6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. That's right, Season Snap is live, folks. We are rolling. We're 2 minutes late, but you know what? That's okay. We are going. We are ready to go. There we go. Thank you so much all for being here. Thank you to Pirate Turtle for the raid. Again, for everyone for those subs. Thank you for all those wonderful gifts to everyone. And of course, let's go ahead and introduce each of our lovely participants. That's right, and so participant number 1, a very important one. We have, of course, Eclipse Chris, won week 1 of the competition, and of course he is here. He is attempting to wow us with his nature reserves. He does a lot of city skylines and adjacent games. He does a great job, absolutely magnificent. He always has a great showing. He has yet to win a second championship, though. He's won 1 monthly championship and has not won one since. So hopefully he comes through. And Polyphony isn't broken, it's just the announce feature that's broken. Polyphony herself is perfectly fine, just there's something with the announce feature that is not working, because I had to update a lot of stuff over the weekend. There we go. And now we have, of course, participant number 2, Kiggy. Kiggy is a regular Season Snap, helps us out with moderation on the back end, and is, of course, here trying to wow us with his nature reserves. He won week 2 of the competition, and he is also looking to hopefully finally claim a championship. That's right, he has been in a great many championships, but has yet to win a single monthly final. So here's hoping that he's able to do it. I know, and beat you exactly. If the handle on the mug was broken, I would say that the mug was broken. It's true. Well, it's not the handle, though. It's more like there's a little chip in the top, because the announce feature is one very small part of Polyphony. And, of course, participant number 3, Joey's Coffee Cup. Joey's Coffee Cup is our console resident today. He beat out 3 modded PC players to get here. That's right. So let no one say that consoles can't do an amazing thing here. And of course, number 4, we have the marvelous Mr. Tommy. Mr. Tommy is on track to be the longest reigning champion in Cities in a Snap history. He is doing a marvelous job. Our magnificent friend has, this is going to be his 5th victory if he manages to pull it out. And if he does, again, he beats out So Ever Dreams championships total. And that'll be really hype if we get to see that today. He's of course around with the giant circle. He says he has some plans for the nature reserves, but he said that he feels significantly less confident than he has in previous months. Hi, hello there, how's it going? Not too bad, Don B. We're getting started with Cities in a Snap. And of course, we are rolling here. The mug's empty, it's broken. Who wants an empty coffee cup? I know, right? If there's a chip in a teacup, then I'm pretty sure my grandma would say it's broken and she would be right. Fair enough, Gareth. I will defer to you on that. I believe that is the correct way. So yeah, there's something broken there, despite the fact that I haven't touched that. So it's probably just a protocol update. In fact, looking at the logs right now, it looks like there may have been a protocol update on Twitch's end that I need to address. Sorry, Mars DLX edition up, courtesy of me. That's right, folks, we got the first giveaway, courtesy of Kitty Claude running. Go ahead and enter that. It's going to be perfect and beautiful. But of course, while we're waiting on that, we're going to go ahead and dive into our first round of interviews. That's right. So let's go ahead and see what each of the participants thinks. And of course, participant number 1 this week is Eclipse Chris. What's up, my friend? Polyphony's obviously having a bit of a heart attack right now. Don't really know why. So we're going to having to investigate that tonight. But so how are your build going? I mean, you've got a big superhighway going. We know that much. Oh, I mean, you know what? Yeah, and there's a mod for that, I hear. I hear there's a mod for that. Is it called Moving Tool or something like that? Delete it. Okay. Well, hey, Delete It is a great mod. I love that mod. Anyways, no sound. Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead and get you sound. I do apologize. Yeah, sorry. It was a little bit chaotic today.
Kaz Dirt number 1.
Yep, Kaz Dirt number 1. So how are you doing today, Eclipse?
Yeah, I'm doing right. As soon as I saw the map, I was like, bugger.
Awesome. So, and of course, you've used the Move It tool to delete a huge swath of highlight and lay down this. Now, the thing that I'm wondering is, do you have a special plan today?
I did have until I saw the map, and then I'm like, what do I do now?
So really? That bad, huh?
Yeah. It's too flat.
Well, it is pretty flat, but again, I figure that that's going to give you guys something to aim for, and maybe if anyone wants to terraform, things like that, I feel like that would be a really interesting thing to go for.
Fair enough. Joey will be happy with that.
Oh, I'm sure he will, but of course, I mean, we've got a lot of tools in the modded world for that. We have an absolute lot of tools to roll with there. So, something else I'll ask you is, so as far as your competition, are you feeling pretty threatened? Do you feel pretty good about your competition? How are you feeling with that?
I think everyone's in the same sort of boat in how they feel in that, so I'm fairly comfortable in it. I mean, I'm not too sure myself and what's going to happen tonight, but we'll find out.
Nice. Well, so now each of these, you're going to potentially be winning a championship here if you do manage to win. So, how will it feel to win that championship and possibly knock out who could possibly be one of the longest reigning champions in Season Snap?
I was saying, as long as someone beats Tommy, I'm happy. So, whoever it does, win it.
Is that really what it's all about?
It's all about Tommy not being the victor.
Right. Well, hey, I mean, everyone has their own motivation. Everyone has their own motivation. So, I'm going to go ahead and get out of your hair, but before I do we have any special tricks we should be looking for this week?
Well, you can have a look out for some falling rocks from the sky, some glowing stuff, fire maybe, who knows.
Glowing stuff and fire maybe.
And ducks.
And ducks. Okay, I can definitely get behind that. I mean, hey, you're the duck man at this point. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get out of your hair. Of course, folks, this is twitch.tv/EclipseChris. Be sure to check them out sometime, and we'll be checking in with you around the halfway point.
Sounds good, guys.
Awesome. And of course, participant number 2, Kiggy. What's up, Kiggy?
Hello. How you doing?
Doing pretty well. It's a beautiful day, Citizen Snap Day and whatnot. So, how are we feeling about your competition for today? What do you think of the map? And of course, are you prepared?
Prepared, probably not. Things preparation-wise haven't gone as well as I would like. Competition, it's going to be a very tough final. You know,
really? So how would you say it's going to be tough?
Well, we've got the 3 times reigning champ, Mr. Tommy. He is very, very good at what he does. He's surprised us many a times with the builds that he's done. We've also got Clip Chris, who is also known for his detailing abilities. And then, well, last week's winner, Joey, a console player who does absolutely phenomenal things in the game with no mods, no assets. It's going to make it an interesting concept.
Nice. So, with your various bits of planning there, does the map, I guess, allow you to do what you wanted, or are you going to have to alter your plans a little bit for the map?
I think the map actually does exactly what I want it to do. I was actually planning on building up a mountain like this myself with the network rivers. I was going to raise it up and do all the terrain around it, but this kind of helps me not have to do that. So the map has definitely helped me a little bit there.
Awesome. Well, hey, that's always a good thing. So, but again, I mean, with the terraforming, you're up against a terraforming master today, a lot of people would say, Joey's Coffee Cup. So, I mean, are you feeling that maybe you might be at a disadvantage when it comes to that, or are you just hoping that he doesn't think of that?
I wouldn't say at a disadvantage, because obviously I do like to do a lot of terraforming, especially with these network rivers, which you see me use very often. But I'm intrigued to see what he pulls off and what he does, because he's wowed us the last couple of times that he's been in the competition, and it's going to be good to see what he can do.
I definitely agree with that. So, any last bits of things we should be looking for as far as your devious plans or any of that?
At the moment, I'd say you're just going to have to wait and see.
And then finally, what do you think of your actual competition today?
In what sense?
Basically, what do you think of your fellow participants? I mean, you're up against some legends today.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the best probably lineups in the final that I've we've probably seen in the competition, potentially.
I would definitely agree. It's a very stiff one.
Yeah, all of them are fantastic. You know, if you guys in chat haven't been and watched any of these guys, I strongly recommend it. They're all very, very chilled out. They love the game and they build fantastic things. So make sure to go check them all out.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely have to check that out. And of course, folks, this is Kiggy85. Or sorry, no, it's K1GG1. Sorry, I'm used to saying Kiggy85.
It's just Kiggy.
It's just Kiggy. Now. Go check out Kiggy at the link below that the moderators will share. And of course, we will be chatting with you later, friend.
Speak in a bit.
All right. And of course, we are on to Joey's Coffee Cup. What's up, Joey?
How are you? I'm mega. How are you?
Doing pretty well. So you've got a lot of flat land, and you're the terraforming master. Are you planning to use that to your advantage?
That is the plan. I think I've done a little bit of terraforming, but you'll see. I'm going to go for some rock ponds like a step down from a mountain, and use what I sort of did last week with a waterfall, but just expand on it and try and show people that you don't be scared of terraforming. Just do it.
Very nice. So now you are a console player, and you have beaten out 3 very well-respected modded PC players to get here. So how do you feel about getting here to the final, having already beaten modded PC players as a console player, knowing that a lot of people feel that there's a disadvantage?
I think I used to be in a category where I thought console players were disadvantaged, and I was a big advocate saying, look, we can't go head-to-head with PC players because I'm 100% using a controller. Now, after last week, it really opened my eyes to actually, we can, as a console community, do this. And together, if we all push in the same direction, we can rival those on PC and show people and showcase what we can do. There's loads of players out there, but it's just getting them into the right place and the frame of mind to play.
Exactly, and obviously we are looking into having a separate console division, because I do feel that you need to probably be of a higher console skill level in order to participate with the PC players and succeed. But that's something I have definitely talked about in the back end. But to that end, I actually to announce to you and to everyone, in fact, you have already been messaged about this, I believe, but we actually have the first step into us getting more in tune with our console community live right now, and that is our Xbox community. So you can go to the Season Snap channel right now and type !Xbox and get all the information about the new Xbox console community. That's right.
Absolutely,
so
I've seen that.
All dedicated to Season
everyone.
Snap, and it's going to be absolutely legendary, and hopefully we can start running some console exclusive competitions using that as a base, and I think that would be absolutely great, because again, you showcased what consoles can do, and you've earned it. You've absolutely earned it. You've seen the route from last week. I mean, there were some parts where it was a little dicey, we'll say, but you know what? You held your own, and you did very well.
I think the point last week where I actually forgot that I was in the competition was the funniest point.
That was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. So, are you going to forget they're in a competition this week?
At the minute, I think my chat's constantly going on about it, saying don't forget. So we'll remember this week. I think I've got the good team in. I've got awesome. No polyphony, so as you're aware, so it's I've got the mods have come in and you sent them out, so they're the crew. So,
I mean, Polyphony's there, but Polyphony's announce feature isn't working. So she's monitoring your chat for ne'er-do-wells and whatnot, but yeah, she's the announce feature is not working right now, unfortunately. We are working on that, and we're hoping that gets fixed, but there seems to just be some change in the protocols. We'll work on that later. That's not important, but what is important is, do you have any special plans about the nature reserve?
It's going to be sort of what I've said at the start. It's going to be a stepped approach with this main feature of this stepped the pond sort of thing that's going on, and I'm going to build around it. So, is my city going to be big? Probably not. Am I going to focus on my nature reserve? Yes, I am. Am I going to do different things? Yes, I am. Totally. I haven't got the assets, so you got to watch, wait, and see how we get on.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what you do, Joey. And of course, folks, go check out twitch.tv/Joey's_coffee_cup and see what they're all about. A great Console Cities player. And we'll be checking with you around the halfway interviews. How's that sound, friend?
Kaz, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Have a good day. Take care.
Awesome. And of course, folks, we are now on to our fourth participant, the reigning champion himself, Mr. Tommy.
Hello, Kazam. What's up?
My friend, how are you doing? I mean, the pressure's on today, isn't it?
Yeah, do not keep reminding me. That's the second time today already that you're reminding me that there's a pressure today. But no, man, no pressure. Having fun. Doing fine. It's a weekend, so that's always great. Just doing my best, showing what I have planned today, and we'll see if it's enough or not for another win.
Right, and I definitely think it will be, because again, you do such a great job, and you always wow us with something different, because a lot of people tend to dip into their same pocket of tricks, and I think one reason why you've been so successful is month to month, you have innovated and you've done something new and different, even within your own wheelhouse, and I think that has been so advantageous to you in not just the rubric, but the chat vote as well, because as we all know, the chat has a very important voice in who wins these events.
Yes.
So I think that's absolutely played to your favor. Now, has that just been you wanting to intelligently build something different for the competition, or has that just been you wanting to try new things?
I always try to challenge myself as well when being in Cities in the Snap. If I would just go for my normal trustworthy.
Okay, so now with your actual competition today, you're up against 3 people that have all won very strongly in order to get here. So, do you feel like you're up against some pretty stiff competition and it's going to be pretty rough? Is there any competition that you're particularly threatened by? How are you feeling on that front? We can't hear you. You've dropped out of Discord. Does someone want to tell him that he's dropped out of Discord? He has disconnected from Discord. We will reattach to him later. Folks, that was twitch.tv/Mr. Tommy. He will get back in Discord and we will catch another round of interviews with him later. So, folks, how are you feeling about this week's event? What do you think about the idea of nature reserves? What do you think about the idea of building these in 2 hours? And what do you think of the participants today? I feel like our participants are exceptionally strong. And also, I want to take a quick moment to send a quick pluggerino for our new Cities in Snap merch. That's right, you can get these magnificent shirts, help support the event, help showcase it on your very own streams or just around town. Be sure to visit the merch store to get your awesome shirts, some mugs, things like that. And that is going to be growing as we go. And you can help with who wins. Remember to always vote for your favorite city, not your favorite streamer, and need help deciding. Use the rubric to help. All participants have been in a final before. It's true. It's very true. But I believe only Eclipse, Chris, and Mr. Tommy have won a final before. That's what makes this really interesting. Despite the fact that Kiki has been in more cities and snaps than almost anyone, he has yet to pull off a final. Shameless plug. Obviously, participants aren't as cute as Lycos, obviously. Hi, all, what's up there, Tex? Parks is my weakness, so I wouldn't survive in this event. Well, again, parks are one of those things that a lot of people feel weak on, but I honestly feel are important to get in order to have your city flow correctly. Seeing as that, Mr. Tommy is back. All right, Mr. Tommy is back, so let's go ahead and hop back in with him. Mr. Tommy, I hear you're back with us. Is he back with us? Chat, or Mr. Tommy, I can't hear you if you're talking. And you're not even activating in Discord. We may be having a tech issue. We're going to just let that ride for now. There we go. Alright, I am confused. Why are they doing all this big city stuff in the nature reserve? You could have a large city with a nature reserve, and keep in mind, Gratham, it doesn't matter what the bracket is, city size and city population are still included. And also, speaking of brackets, folks, check out the upcoming events. We have next week Details in a Snap, which has now officially been revealed as Waterfront Shopping Center. So be sure to check out next week's amazing Details in a Snap event, the second in the series. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Same time, same place. And of course, Rural United States on the 10th. That's going to be another legendary event. And then we have Rural Europe on the 17th. And then, of course, October 18th, a special Sunday event. I will be on with a special charity event right here on this channel. We are going to be raising money for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. It's going to be an amazing event. I want you all to come out, show your support, and we are going to be releasing a bunch of reward tiers, things like that. So be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be absolutely legendary. That'll be a Sunday at this exact same time. So Sunday the 18th, this time and place. John Lane, looking forward to it. Breast Cancer Awareness Hype. It's going to be great. And also, folks, we're going to be having a couple of special guests that weekend. So be sure to tune in and see who those are going to be. But tune in for some extra special guests from the community. How playing intimate? It's true. It's who's playing intimate? Well, we've actually got 4 ladies participating. We've got Kitty Claw, Dawn Lane, Little Kaz, aka Kiggy's wife, and then also we have Toady YPQ, all participating in the Breast Cancer Research Foundation charity fundraiser. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Ladies, yes, that's right. Me too, I'm excited. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely legendary because all 4 of them are great builders in their own right. They're going to be doing some special stuff, and I'm trying to come up with a theme for them to build to. And I don't know what I'm going to tell them to build to because obviously they need to have a theme, but also that week only, chat, you are going to be deciding the entirety of who wins. That's right. That one day on Sunday the 18th, it will be 100% chat votes. It's a charity event. It's not part of the brackets. It's not part of the competition, so it'll be all up to chat. So you all are going to need to come in, give your support, and of course, help raise money for breast cancer research. There we go. I have a theme idea for the 18th. I'm sure you do, Gareth. Catfighting set made me so excited, Dawn and Kitty. We're going to come together to do something great. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for that. Why is Kiggy summoning team? Oh my goodness, what is Kiggy doing? I didn't even notice that. Oh my goodness. That's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't notice that before, Ignis. That's special. Does anyone know for sure what Kiggy is up to over here? I would love to know what he's up to. That took me off. That definitely took me off guard. I think he's bracing his roundabout is what he's doing there, Ignis. He's doing it in a little bit of an abnormal way. I normally just do a plus sign, but you can do it that way if you want. Should be concerned? Probably. Okay, hashtag better living for Polyphony. Exactly. My favorite charity, I lost my breast cancer. Well, and of course we're doing it because, and just so everyone's clear, we did have a couple inquiries about, hey, why do you have no men? Because men also suffer from it. I was prioritizing getting women in for the breast cancer awareness event because it does disproportionately affect women as opposed to men. Obviously, you know, I was at the point where I was about to actually just say, hey, a couple of you guys that want to participate, let's do this. But it was important to me that we try and get 4 ladies in there since it does disproportionately affect women more than men. All you have to do is connect each node to something else. Typically, yes. He's selling a soul to get help with his interchange. Maestro, sometimes you have to sell your soul for help with interchanges, and oh my goodness, Mr. Tommy, what the heck? What is Mr. Tommy doing here? Let's check that out. Like, first of all, beautiful, beautiful pipe job. I know too legit if he were in here right now, I'd be like, oh my god, Kaz, that's awful! And I'd just be laughing at him. Kaz, you have a Discord DM, I'm sure I do. Maybe Kiki is summoning something, maybe. All you need to do is connect your show to something else, I do agree. And maybe he is summoning Polyphony. It's definitely possible. I mean, hey, selling your soul for interchange help is always a useful idea. At least I think it is, but I'm just a little bit biased. There we go. Belcaroot. And actually, that is the thing I have been thinking of most, Gareth. I've been thinking, should I do that? That's actually been the #1 theme in my head, but I haven't been wanting to pounce on it because I'm waiting to see if a better idea hits me. That's been #1 in my head, though, for the past several weeks. Hi lot, what's up there, Outfrost? Hope you're doing well. Okay, can someone say me why no Cityception? Well, maybe finals? There'll be Cityception. There'll definitely be Cityception. At some point. I don't know when it's going to happen, but of course we will have it. And obviously right now, some people are expressing concern for the fact that, hey, there's no parks. You promised me parks. Well, you've got to have a city. Because no matter what, in the rubric, city size and city population are always part of the rubric. It doesn't matter what the event is. So if you sit there and focus all on your park, but you have basically no city, you're gonna lose a lot of points really fast. So it's best to build up both and see what you can do. It's probably the second one, Gareth, but we're gonna tell ourselves the first one because it makes us feel better. There we go. And of course, folks, we got Surviving Mars being given away by Kitty Claude. Be sure to enter that, folks, using exclamation mark ticket. That is courtesy of Kitty Claude, the legendary giveaways warden. And we'll be drawing that giveaway here in about 10 minutes. And actually, Kitty Claude, if you want to hop on, we'll have you do the drawing live as you announce the next drawing. If you want to. 6 more minutes, that's right. I can't win again, surely. Maybe. You're probably right, Kaz. I don't like it, but you probably are. Yeah, exactly. But it's okay. We're just going to tell ourselves that we're smart. All right, there we go. Everyone says to get those. Oh, I'll get my right. Exactly, I've won twice in a row. You have, Maestro. You've done very well with your winnings. Nice to see you, Casual. Nice to see you, Miss Iris. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day here on Cities in a Snap Day. It's always a great day. By the way, I remember when I was talking about hacked huge population cities in last stream. Well, it would still be small cities, so it would lose a lot in size. Exactly, Just Me. It would lose a lot in size. In fact, it would probably be disproportionately affected size-wise, because at that point it just wouldn't be realistic. So again, it's something that you gotta manage risk and reward, because if myself, another judge, or chat look at it and they're like, hey, yeah, I mean, you have like 2 million population, but your city is the size of a walnut, you're probably gonna lose all your city size points. And they're more than likely going to judge you a little more harshly as far as uniqueness and all that. So again, it's all about keeping in mind that granular curve that happens whenever people are rating cities. You know, ticket max. Nope. You can just get one ticket, 3Kev. Nice try, but only one ticket per. There we go. 10 in population, negative 10 in size. Yeah, exactly. They just balance each other out. No, it wouldn't be that bad. There's no way to get negative points in the root, but you'd probably get like 1 in size if I'm honest. So yeah, if that, you'd probably even get a 0 in that case, because that would be considered averting game mechanics. But that is something I'm addressing in the rules, because folks, everyone, there is going to be a rules update for next month. That's right, next month there will be a rules update, and we'll be pushing that live here as soon as we can. Just, it's not quite ready yet, and I didn't want to publish it before we got to today's event, because obviously changing it midway through a month, not good. Adding more rules before we start a month, very good. So I'm going to be launching it sometime on Monday or Tuesday. Well, we can lower another points. Nah, I don't know about that. Oh no, I am screwed up. You know, you're fine, you're fine. We're just adding a few more stipulations because people have pointed out some potential loopholes in the competition. We're expanding the rubric a little bit. We're adding in a couple more community guidelines for the people that are participating, things like that. And also, very important, we are looking into a way for people to actually participate using a service such as YouTube. So we're looking into that. It's not something that we're sold on yet. It's not something that we quite have the way to do. But I'm trying to talk with Twitch to see if there's a way to where I can do that, since it would, quote, be original content for here. So again, we're working on that. We're not there yet. We're definitely getting there, though, because I would love to start opening this up to YouTube streamers as well. There we go. I'm really liking Chris's design, too. Eclipse Chris has the most city. I like his design, but right now, I like the concept of Kiggy's. Joey's coffee cup, I'm still a little lost on. I'll admit. I will admit, I'm still a little lost on Joey's design. But Mr. Tommy's, as usual, I think he's probably going for a European-style circular-ish city that is probably next to a large nature reserve. He's probably just playing to his strengths, getting down what he considers a good baseline city, and then he's going to build a large nature reserve off of that, if I had to guess. Also, is the now pretty defunct rule about having a mod Tiger chat going to be removed? And that's already not an enforced rule. Yeah, it's in the doc. It is going to be completely ditched at this point, because I think this week is probably an exception to the rule. For the first time in 4 months, Polyphony is not keeping track of timings, because there seems to be an issue with the IRC calls, so I need to look at that, I need to see what's wrong, and then we will be able to pull into that. After October, it was told it was outdated. Yes. There we go. And then Fancy telling us some of the headline changes, Kaz. Yeah, some of the headline changes. So first of all, realistic pop, as great as the mod is, we are going to be banning that mod entirely. Because someone did point out that using that, combined with Ploppable Rico, you could have some really nasty stuff. And also, we are not going to be allowing any custom Ploppable Rico files. So basically, you can use the default Ploppable Rico stuff, but you cannot make your own Ploppable Rico database. That is something that we're going to strictly enforce, and if we see you using that or find you suspect of using it, you'll be required to fabricate proof that you didn't, and otherwise you will be eliminated from the competition. And it's sad that we have to do that, but people have pointed out that it's very easy to do that, because if you tweak all the numbers by about 10%, then you have a huge boost in your city. So yeah, there's a lot of minor things. I'm not convinced by Kiggy's river. I'm not convinced by his river either, Maestro, but keep in mind, he used network rivers to quickly get something down. If he decorates it a little bit, if he adds a few rocks, adds a few shrubs, things like that, I think he could have a great time with that river. But right now, it's just a very plain and, I guess, basic blank canvas for us. Well, tomorrow's even plays a law of service cub somewhere, so yeah, you can. There we go. Okay, since I don't even know what that means, I guess I'm safe. Yeah, you're safe. You're absolutely safe. So you can use Rico at default settings. Yes, you can use Rico at default settings. You just cannot do customized settings. So like, for instance, I use a lot of customized Rico stuff whenever I build on stream. I would have to get rid of a lot of my custom scripts for Rico to participate. There we go. Does that affect custom assets? Custom assets are going to need to... I'm still working on the wording, but we might have to start vetting custom assets to make sure that they don't provide a big advantage or disadvantage, which again, that's a bit more of a pain in the butt for everyone, but people have pointed out that it could be seen as unfair going forwards. All right, and now with 90 minutes to go, we're going to go ahead and try and chat with the one and only Kitty Claude. Kitty Claude is our giveaways warden. She helps out with a lot of stuff on the back end, and I'm just going to let her kind of explain a little bit of what she does, and yeah, just kind of run the giveaways for a minute. So Kitty Claude, how are you?
I am good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and I bet Chat can hear you too.
Okay, I was having problems with my mic earlier for some reason. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but it's working now, I think, if you can hear me.
Oh, I can definitely hear you, yeah. So, why don't you, before you draw this giveaway, why don't you go ahead and explain a little bit about what you do and why we do that?
Okay, so I am the giveaway warden for Cities in a Snap. And what I do is I collect donations of keys for, you know, like the Steam keys to give away in our competitions. And then I keep track of who's won who has given us stuff. Basically, I just have a huge spreadsheet of all this information that I keep track of.
Awesome.
And then and then I also help with things in the back end, like trying to recruit people for Cities in a Snap and coming up with ideas for future events and things like that.
Awesome. So now you do all that, but why do we sit there, like, why are we giving away stuff?
We give away stuff because we want to thank the community for coming here week after week and hanging out with us. If we did not have the community to watch, there would be no Cities in a Snap. And it's just a thank you for all the hard work that you guys do, whether you come here through chat, you lurk, you donate keys, you participate in the competition, whatever it may be. We just want to thank the community.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. And then also, something else I want to ask you about is you have a lot of other stuff that you kind of look after, so because you also kind of go after a lot of stuff within the community. You hang out in a lot of people's streams. And what would you say is probably one of the best things about you kind of being part of this community and also helping with Cities in a Snap? Because you seem to be really enjoying it.
Oh, I think the best part of the community is hanging out with all the awesome people. This is really one of, like, the communities on Twitch that is not toxic, because most of the communities are toxic. I mean, I think from my experience, this community, all the streamers, we help each other to get viewers. We help each other to promote our streams. We help each other with tech issues. It's just a really, really supportive environment, and it's awesome. And it's just full of wonderful people.
Awesome. I would definitely agree with that. Now, let's go ahead and draw that first giveaway winner.
Okay. And let me get over there to giveaways. So we are going to draw a winner. Drum roll. And the winner is Aeromax.
That's Aeromax. Nice.
Aeromax. So just whisper me, and I will send you that Steam key for the Mars or Surviving Mars Deluxe Edition.
That's awesome. So what's the second giveaway going to be? Because actually, you told me there were just 3 giveaways, because it's something making up for not being here, something like that.
Yeah, I guess people missed me last week. So our second giveaway, which I will set up in a moment, will be Doodle Mafia, and that is given by our very own King Prox, who also does a lot of work in the background, and he does most of our graphics.
It's true, he does. So, out of curiosity, so what's the third giveaway going to be, if I could ask?
Yeah, no, the third giveaway is going to be the City Skylines High Tech, was that a creator pack? It's going to be the high tech pack from I Am the City's Dork, who also does a lot of our social media stuff.
Awesome. That is That's going to be great. I can't wait to give those away because, folks, we love helping out the community. We love giving back because all of you help make Season Snap happen on a weekly basis, and it's thanks to you that we have this legendary event. And, of course, you can also hop on the Patreon. You can become a patron of this event. You can also subscribe to this channel. You can give bits. You can directly donate. All that stuff goes in towards helping run this event, comping back in man hours, getting us things like new graphics, like those that you see around us, things such as back-end technical work, such as scripting polyphony, scripting OBS scenes, things like that. And then, of course, also just doing a lot of other things like maintaining hardware and whatnot that it takes to run this, because this is an incredibly tech-intensive event, believe it or not. So, yes, then Kitty Claw, one more thing for you. So, you abandoned us last week, but you participated. So how's it feel though to participate in Season Snap now?
Oh wow, that was kind of stressful. You know, I think I got my vision across in 2 hours, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, you only have 2 hours. So you have to pick what you want to do and just do it. You know, to prepare, I was taking screenshots of plans that I had, and I was just trying to time myself, and it's hard. It's not, I mean, these guys make it look so easy right now, but it's not. I can tell you right now, they're all stressed and looking at that clock and wondering if they'll be able to finish their vision.
Right, and I would definitely say that, and that's one thing. I'm kind of excited to jump into the ring here in a couple months in December, because I know a lot of people have been waiting to see, Kazjim, when are you going to jump in? And we finally get to see that the second weekend of December, right before what will be our second charity event. Because our first charity event, the last thing I want to talk to you about, Kitty Claw, is in just a few weeks, the breast cancer awareness event. So you're pretty hyped about that, as I understand it.
I am, and I'm so excited we got 4 women for it. I am so hyped. We need more female city players. I mean, obviously we would have taken men too, because men do suffer from breast cancer, but it's just a large proportion of women who, you know, suffer from it and die from it. So we were just hoping to get 4 females, and we pulled it off.
We did. Now, and that's something else that, and again, because, yeah, we're trying to help raise money for this very important charity, Breast Cancer Research Foundation. That's going to be on October 18th, super hype event. Yes. Everyone be sure to tune in for that, and we'll also have some guest hosts and all that. But something else that we're trying to do with this, and kind of a side reason, like Kitty mentioned, we want more females to see that they can do this, because a lot of for some reason, we don't have a lot of female streamers in the category. We have a lot of female cities players that hang out in the category, but not a lot of people streaming, not a lot of people wanting to participate. And I've been asked, Kaz, why don't you get more women? I've been trying. Like, let it be known. I have been trying. We have worked on the back end to try and make that happen. So don't you worry. We have been trying for that, just like we've tried to get consoles, and now consoles are being seen more and more. So again, folks, it's up to you, because this is open invitation. It is open participation, and we do line up the brackets every week. We try to get in as many new people as we can. Of course, if you want to be an alternate, we still have 2 alternate slots up for October, just basically as kind of an in-the-wing slot. So if you're not committed, but you're slightly interested, be sure to let me know. We can get you on as an alternate for one of those weeks. And of course, we're already taking submissions for November, which is going to be festivities in the Snap. So of course, be sure to tune in every week for all this stuff. And Kitty Claude, thank you so much for all the help that you do. And also to all the moderators in the back end that help. DC Shadow Demon, Dawn Lane, Night Morphus, Kitty Claude, of course, King Prox, I am the city's dork who can't be here today, Kaz Wife running our Twitter the day of. It's absolutely amazing. Everyone giving all their help to this. Thank you all so much. And of course, Kitty Claude, any last words you'd like to say?
So good luck to the participant, and have a good time, everybody.
We will. Thank you so much, Kitty Claude.
Thanks.
All right, and now, folks, we are off to, we're getting ready to close in on the first hour mark. Now, the first hour mark is typically a good point, because as Nightmorphus mentioned in chat, and as Kitty Claw mentioned here in voice, the first hour is where a lot of the stress really sets then, and then a lot of people talk about how that kind of the third set of 30 minutes, so between the 60 and the 90-minute mark, that's when it tends to kind of, that's your kind of bit of a lull, like, hey, I've just had my other interview, this is fine. But then, whenever you know there's 30 minutes left, it's like, oh, crud. So you kind of have a little bit of respite there, stress-wise. But again, we're hoping that we'll see some great things come for the participants for it. What's up, Dr. Y? Hope you're doing well. And also, folks, that's right, we are looking for a merch designer. If you're interested, please apply in the Discord, because, folks, we are looking for that merch designer. It'll be great. DC Shaman Demon, I did get your message. More on that later, by the way. More on that later. And good luck, everyone. Exactly. Thank you so much, Wild Man, of course. And next week, details in a snap. Watch how realistic these competitors make their build. Get some ideas. Cheer them on, or be like me and realize that I have a long way to go. Exactly. Also, next week's graphics teaser is live now in Discord. Be sure to join the Discord for that teaser. We'll also be leaking it on Twitter later on today, and it will be absolutely legendary. And then, of course, ooh, Ignis entering with that ticket. Nice. Well, hashtag alternate plan, leave Mac empty. Leave Matt empty, make medium city on border. I mean, hey, that is a strategy, and that could work. And it's all up to how it measures up on the rubric and how chat responds. Because, again, the chat vote is incredibly important to how this event runs on a weekly basis. Also, I just realized I put this nameplate down here and I didn't finish it. It kind of looks like I have a desk. Does it look like I have a desk to you guys? Oh my goodness. I should get myself a little desk over here. Yes, I need a little desk over here. There we go. What's up, Palpatine? Hope you're doing well. And what's up, Jay the Builder? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing fantabulous. And of course, folks, thank you all who have done some subs and gifts and whatnot today. It really means a lot. You have no idea. And of course, folks, remember, you can also hop into Patreon. A blue piano, guys. That's right, it's a blue piano. You know, I can just play piano over here. No E-lessons, nightmares incoming. Of course, hey, Khalil Cod, hey, Cavs, what's up, Palpatine? And, ooh, Eclipse Chris decorating with some meteors. Can we get some meteor hype in chat? Is that a bingo? That might be on the bingo card. Ooh, look at that. He's just creating a massive volcano right there. That is, oh my goodness, look at that destruction. This is why we're here, folks. People think we're here to build beautiful cities, but it's really just to watch people rain meteors. Like, honestly, is there any other reason to show up? Hype for the meteor, exactly. It's a volcano. Yeah, definitely a volcano. Reminds me of a little cat playing piano gaff. Oh, come on, man. Like, cat playing the piano is one of the legends of the internet. There are other ways to make a volcano, but this could be the fastest way. Honestly, it's a good time-saving effort, as Maestro mentioned. Now, something I wish we could do, I wish that we could direct the angle of earthquakes. Because if we could adjust the angle of earthquakes, you create some great ridge lines in your city. I really want Paradox to give us the ability to control the angle of earthquakes. That would be so amazing. And the giveaway for Doodle Mafia from King Prox is up. Be sure to use ! ticket for this lovely random game giveaway from King Prox. There we go. And Don Lane successfully bought one ticket. Hooray! There we go. And remember, folks, you can always win these giveaways and give them away yourselves. Give them to a friend. Give them away on stream. You can do whatever you want with them. I don't care. Just take the giveaways. There we go. Papa Norse with the ticket, Jay the Builder with the ticket, Maestro with the ticket. Well done, very well done. So, folks, whose builds do you think are doing well right now? Do you feel like any of the builds are starting to really set themselves apart? So far, I think they're all fairly even. We haven't seen a whole lot of park work from either of them. We're seeing a lot of initial infrastructure, building the original city, and I have a feeling that the back half is where we're going to see all the big nature reserve stuff come in. Maybe Q-Boy can help with those angle cities and that, maybe. Maybe we can move it, those earthquakes. Yes? Maybe? Maybe not. Are you still having problems with cities on your computer, Kaz? No, Dr. Y. Cities is running mostly okay now, I think. I don't know what the problem has been, honestly. It's been a little bit strange, but I do think it's possibly related to my graphics card. For those who don't know, my graphics card is starting to falter. It's old, and it's starting to give way, and I think that that is more than likely what might be causing some of the issues. There we go. So that's what's happening, Dr. Y. So I've got to try and find a way to replace it. There we go. I'm seeing Joey's idea, but don't know if he'll be able to finish it. Joey always pulls through something amazing. I think he's got a good idea with that little valley down there. In fact, let's take a closer look at it. Hunter credit to 30. Oh my goodness, I wish. But no, so right down here, I do like this idea of having this like little serene valley where maybe a glacier pulled back and then you've got like a glacier park or something. I really like that concept, but again, that's going to be really hard to sell. If he can sell it, then I think that'll be a good winning idea. But again, it's all about, can he execute? I really like Chris and Mr. Tommy seasons now, but I'm not counting the others out yet. As Gigi is building up, and Joe is focusing on the topic and hasn't built a lot yet. Exactly, like, and that's the thing, like, we have most people focusing on the cities, whereas we've got Joey over here actually working on building his baseline palette, and he's the only one that's really diving into the parks at this point. But again, will that affect his city in the long term? It turns out that it does affect his city, but he likes taking that risk, it looks like. But again, hopefully he can manage to build up a little bit more city in the meantime. It's all about balance. Nature reserves in snap. Q fires. Obviously, Q fires. There we go. He's using rocks, very unlike him. I know, right, AJ? We need rocks in a snap. Joey versus ever. Oh my goodness. Nature Reserve equals place down National Park District and let rip. Nope. There is not such stuff as badly made city. There's only badly marketed city. Exactly. Only a badly marketed city. And what is Chris doing here? Oh my goodness, he's doing a full-on volcano spot. That is a great idea. That is just great. Right there, that's legendary. That's what we're here for. That is what we're here for, folks. That is a great idea. Badly marketed city, probably. I think that's actually going to be really great, having just that active lava flow, because that would actually remind me of, I don't know what the park name is, but I know that there is a park in Hawaii where they have some like lava fields off of one of the volcanoes. I don't remember where exactly it is, but I know my sister went there when she went to Hawaii years and years ago. There we go. So let's go ahead and back out. See this map. I also feel like the city looks like a lava flow too. Don't know if he meant to do that. I can kind of see that. I can definitely kind of see that because lava flow does kind of look like tree branches whenever you think about it, particularly something like an oak tree where it goes multiplicative and it just keeps spreading like that. Lava flow definitely does look like that after a while. So I do wonder if that's intentional, and if it is, that's a very great detail. But folks, remember, we can't mention that to him because if we do, that's cheating. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Is that literally what it's called? I thought it had a fancier name. Hey, Blinto, what's up, Blinto? Hope you're doing well. Late again, but that's okay. You're just in time because we're about 10 minutes away from our halfway interviews. So don't you worry about that, friend. We got you covered. Uncle worked in Yellowstone. I'm sure he did. What'd they do in Yellowstone? Anything fancy? Anything great? Anything fantabulous? And of course, we're going to go ahead and, while we're waiting for this next bit, we're going to go ahead and get this next round of mass bands out. There we go. And boom. There we go. Another one bites the dust. There we go. And then Gara, probably some GPU driver stuff. I don't know. What is Chris using to display his RAM usage in the top left? Probably... I know that there's a lot of software that does that. I'd be curious which one he's using in particular, because that one in particular looks very, very good, and I'm very hype about it. Does anyone know exactly what he's using for that? Because I as a bit of a nerd, am definitely in love with that, I think. Alright, and then there's number 2. And then here's number 3. Except I typed it wrong. I can't type! Mass ban. I can type sometimes, folks. That's all that matters is that I try to type. Alright, 3 more. Just getting all these mass bans in. Or that's what it looks like. Monitor it. It's a cities mod. Wait, really? It's a cities mod. Oh my goodness. I definitely need that. Because I think that'd be great. Because a lot of people inevitably ask, how much RAM are you using? All of that. So that would help quell a lot of that, I think. There we go. And the last one is incoming. Kaz does basket equals yeet entire chat. Exactly. Mass ban. And boom. And I did that wrong. Mass ban. Boom. There we go. Kaz goes shopping. Oh my goodness. That's not asset shopping. That's mod shopping. I would like to point that out. That's mod shopping, not asset shopping. You guys can't call foul on that. Rip. Oh my goodness. There we go. Did someone say mass bans? That's right. Lots of mass bans rolling out. Lots and lots of mass bans. Kaz asset shopping is definitely on the bingo card. It is, but that was mod shopping, not asset shopping. There we go. Workshop shopping. Oh, I thought it's asset shopping. Check the bingo card. I'm pretty sure it's asset shopping on there, not workshop shopping. If it's workshop shopping, I'll give it to you. I saw my ban list on Polyphony the other day. Polyphony does a lot of work on the ban list. And folks, if you're ever curious about the bans, if you don't want to be on the mass ban list, but you want to be able to access that list, just for reference, you can always check it out with the link available. If you're a streamer, you have access to it on the back end of the streamer chat in the, whatchamacallit, Discord. No, on my, it's Kaz Goes Shopping. Really? Oh no, it's Kaz Goes Shopping? That definitely counts then. That definitely counts. What's the ban list? The ban list is a lot of accounts that have been mass banned by Polyphony. Typically, follow-bot salesmen, things like that. There you go. Cool, it counts, obviously. It's Casgo shopping is on the card, so if it was mods, it's counted. Yeah, mods count. For some reason, I thought it was asset shopping in particular, but you know what? We will definitely accept it. I couldn't remember how I worded it, me either. By the way, Gareth, I've almost figured out a way to get participant-specific bingo cards. I almost have that worked out, and as soon as I figure out the announce thing that got messed up on the backend with the API, then I'm going to move forward and do that as well, because it relies on that working as well. There you go, stuff small count, exactly. Ooh, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's becoming a pretty beefy list these days, if I'm honest, but I kind of like that it's there because it's also just a really good resource for anyone that wants to see, hey, I've had some trolls, let's get rid of them. As again, a lot of people do make trolley accounts, and that is just not cool. We don't like trolley accounts, at least not around these parts. And then if I go to here, yep, there we go. Anyone can access the mass ban list here. You don't know what Gareth Hubble bingo card would look like? I bet you are. Right now, yeah, that's the mass ban list. Miss Vaughn, you can go ahead and access that anytime if you'd like. That's publicly accessible. I've made it easily accessible for a lot of the streamers that use Polyphony, but that's just an easy resource. You can bookmark that, and that is always updated. Anytime Polyphony does a mass ban, it comes up in there. And it's an absolutely beautiful thing. There we go. Bombay, because these cities are being built in 2 hours. Why is it called Cities in Snap? Bombay, because, again, it's being built in a snap. They only have 2 hours to build their cities. And you'd be shocked at the results you get sometimes. And this week, they're building nature reserves. There we go. Does that answer your question there, Bombay? And if not, feel free to let me know. I can be sure to elaborate. A snap as in almost no time at all. Exactly. As in a snap. There we go. And of course, there we go. Normally played over 10 plus hours or several days. Maybe, yes, thank you so much. Anytime, Bombi. It's what I'm here for. I am the host and moderator for a reason. And also, it looks like... Oh my goodness, yeah, we don't want to play that. That'd be bad. It almost started playing the Gold FM radio. That would definitely cause some issues. We don't want that. So we're going to go to that radio instead. Mass ban is live. Mass ban is beauty. Mass ban is something even more. Sometimes. I've been playing a city builder recently, Cajun. Can I enter CIS with it? I have been asked about alternative city builders. I do want to start branching into those a little bit. Obviously, we're focused on City Skylines, but I'm more than open to doing other ones, too. It's completely... If we have enough people for individual ones, obviously, I wouldn't want to put, say, SimCity 4 versus Dawn of Man. I feel like that wouldn't work. Or, like, you know, Dawn of Man versus City Skylines. That wouldn't work, or any of those. So, obviously, I'll try to keep within the same game, but I would love to do alternative cities and snaps. I would absolutely love to. Since they're 2013 in a snap? Oh my goodness. That takes a snap to play. It takes it 20 minutes to max out the game. Transport Fever in a snap, Railway Empire in a snap. Transport Fever I've gotten a lot of questions about. A lot of questions. In fact, moderators, if you want to go ahead and make a poll for this, I'm more than open to it. Who all would be interested in something such as Transport Fever in a snap, or even Townscaper in a snap? Townscaper would probably be more like a 30-minute bonus event. But something like Transport Fever 2, I think that could work for 2 hours. There we go. SimCity Mobile and Snap. Tropico and Snap. I've never played Tropico. I don't know. I've never really even seen it played, so I don't know how well that would work in a Snap. Cities XXL in a Snap. Haven't played that one either, unfortunately. I have it. It's downloaded, but I've just never opened it. There we go. Hey, Answer, what's up? Borderlands in a Snap. Although that might have a lot of bias. It's a lot. Borderlands is interesting. Is Borderlands even a city builder? I thought that was a shooter. I'm so confused. Owen TTD in a snap, Train Fever in a snap. Oh my goodness, you guys are just coming with all the snaps. And you get back into TPF2. You do, Luca. I miss your TPF2 stuff. Because you're actually one of the reasons why I ended up agreeing to try out TPF2. Because I saw one of your streams of it. There we go. Sims 2 in a snap. There we go. Jaleo Borderlands would be a nice idea for the theme. Maybe Ark in a snap. Ooh, Ark would be good in a snap. There we go, Dwarf Fortress in a snap, maybe. JSC, I love either one in a snap. I know, right? Just something like Roller Coaster Tycoon in a snap or Parkitect in a snap in our stream today. I would love to do that if you guys want to see that. We actually already have a, well, we already have something for that. So if I go ahead and direct you to in a snap, there we go. We already have a channel for all that stuff available over there. for all the stuff that isn't cities related. There we go. So yeah, we've thought about it. We just haven't moved on it, but we have thought about it. I did see what he mentioned, Kitty Claude. I saw what JFC said. The Parkitect and Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I've seen that. Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff. I think that could be really good. Okay, yeah. Transport Fever and what else? Transport Fever, Dwarf Fortress, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Those are the ones that people have mentioned to me a lot. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 would work for that. Wait, is that released now? I thought we were only on 2 for that one. Tycoon is free, right? Right, really? Oh, sweet. I need to go ahead and get that. Heck yeah. I've never played Roller Coaster Tycoon. Maybe I need to play that at some point. There we go. Look at you guys, distracting the host. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back into it. So, right here, it looks like we have a good start to a nice bit of... I'm not sure what that is. Like, I know he's using the nature reserve pathways, but I'm curious why he's making such a gridded system. Now, part of me wonders if this is just going to be kind of his base camp area, and then you walk up towards those lava flows. That'd be really cool. I would actually love to see that. Distracting. Ha! I know, right? We distracted the host, and the participants are winging it. Exactly. Oh my goodness, you guys are so good at distracting me. Alright, and then over here, Kiki trying to keep a nice, orderly pipe job. Always important. And it looks like, again, he has a little bit of an idea of where his... Sorry about that. City is going to go. But I still don't really see where his nature reserve is going to go yet. I have a feeling we'll start seeing that soon enough, because again, Kiki's one of those guys that he tries to place down all of his baseline first, and then he likes to push forward. Not for Roller Coaster Tycoon or something, and it's not RCT3, or RCT2, or the original RCT, just to kind of get retro and a snap. Maybe zero pop this far in. Yeah, that part's a little bad. That part's a little bad for him. Hopefully he can get past it. Open RCT, Kaz, do you love trains? I do love trains, Hanzaru. Oh my goodness, you got me to talk about trains. Of course you did. All right, and now, of course, Joey trying to build up a lot of his nature. Now, I think Joey needs to plant down a little bit more city at this point. I think he's at the point where he has a good baseline for the park. He needs to put some more baseline for the city so he can continue to grow as he builds his park. That would be the smart option, at least in my eye. But again, that's just my opinion. It's up to him. It's his decision. He knows his build patterns. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and check out Mr. Tommy, who we haven't been with for a while. So, nope, I'm not talking, nope. Cities XXL is a wonderful, wonderful thing, obviously. It's I hear it's a great game. That's what I'll say about that, Anzaru. All right, exactly, JFC, exactly. There we go. And get your bingo cards, folks. Bless you. Thank you. Daniele, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. In fact, I'm going to trust that you're doing well. That's how much confidence I have in you. So, of course, it's Cities in a Snap Day. And what do we have? A beach here from Mr. Tommy. This is interesting. Or stone walls, rather. This is interesting. What is he up to? What do you guys think he's up to, chat? Mr. Tommy always has something interesting for us. What is he up to today? Now, I wonder, is he trying to build some ruins or something like that? That would be pretty cool. That would definitely be pretty cool. I don't know if that's what he's going for, but I think that would work really well. Safari Park? Maybe. He's a hero. He should win for that bravery alone. OMG, that guy compete against guys on PC playing on console version. He's a hero. He should win for that bravery alone. Lucas, he won last time. He won his qualifier. That's how he's here. He beat out 3 modded PC players to get here. Now, will he be able to walk away with the championship? I don't know. But it's incredible that he got here, facing off against that. Because, again, a lot of people have said, oh, there's a big bias. You know, you can't win if you don't use mods. I say he's proven that wrong. Wow, so Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is definitely one that everyone would like to see. Well, there you go. That's something. There we go. Thank you so much for running that poll there, Don. Really helps out, and that helps shape the future of the event. Odd shape. Definitely an odd shape. I'm starting to think that this is maybe like a ruined keep or a castle grounds or a fort or something like that. But the strange thing to me is that's on this sandy area, this beach. Now, I don't know what's causing that, and I don't know what his logic, what his story is for that, but I have to imagine he's got a reasoning for it. And he's gone mad. He probably has, Gratham. Let's face it, he probably has. But at some point, all city builders go mad, because at some point, we're all just like, wee, cities! And folks, let's go ahead and get ready. We've got about 40 seconds until we have the official 1 hour to go mark. Ooh, it's going to be definitely tricky. Interview time, Kaz? Almost interview time. And as I said before, a PC player, when wants to improve, starts downloading more mods and assets. When cosplayer wants to improve, he finds new ways to do stuff. Well, just me, I don't feel that's universal. Because I personally feel that I spend a lot of time trying to just improve my craft without going out and downloading more mods and assets. In fact, I try to limit my mods and assets when I'm trying to find a new way to do something. I have actually trimmed my mods list out a lot because I'm just like, well, this is a useless mod. This is a useless mod. I can do that myself. I can do that myself. So I think there's a little bit of wiggle room there. I think there are some people that break that norm. And with 1 hour to go, we are halfway through. We are going to hop into round 2 of our grand interviews. And of course, that starts out with Eclipse Chris. What's up, Chris?
It's an imposter, Kaz. Hello.
That's right. I'm the imposter, Kaz. I'm the fake Kaz. I am here to make him look bad. And is it working?
No.
Oh, it's not working? Oh, darn. I was really hoping it was working, but you know what? That's fine. It's not the end of the world. So, how are you doing, man?
I'm feeling a bit better now. Not so like, what the hell am I going to do anymore? I've actually got some sort of idea now.
Right, now... Sorry about that. I've actually been curious. Right. You were building up this little gridded area, and initially I was really curious, but it looks like you're doing more like an RV camping site. Is that correct?
A little bit, yeah. So I'm doing just a gather point, and then there'll be like trails and stuff to go around the to sightsee the volcano.
Nice. Now that volcano is great. I was actually talking about how having that and then having it go into the ocean like that, or the river in this case, kind of reminds me of a national park that my sister visited when she was in Hawaii. One that you can like walk up to the active lava fields and you can see it dissipate later on. It's actually really cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Are you trying to model this after something, or is this just kind of
I pretty much love volcanoes and stuff, so I'm kind of theming it off of like national parks to do with volcanic areas like Yellowstone. I know Mount St. Helens is a favourite of mine as well.
Right, now let's talk about this initial campsite area, because I know a lot of people are going to look at this and go like, nature reserve should be all about the long-running pathways, things like that. So why are you building this little clusters right inside the gates?
It's just it's an area for them to sort of gather before they hike out or move their camping stuff out. So they've done long travels. They want to sort of just get all the amenities before they head out where there is none. That's what I'm sort of thinking of.
Nice. I definitely like the idea. So something else here that really strikes me is you've already pretty much got your city good to go. It's pretty much just adding population at this point. So is that part of your new strategy, just getting down your city in the next 30 minutes or so and then spending the rest of the time on details, theme, unique features, all that? Or is that just happenstance?
Yeah, essentially, I want to get a city down. It needs to be, well, I like to have it substantial anyway, but I wanted it to be in theme as well, so I've opted it to go into the shape of a tree. So the Tree of Life and the Volcano of Destruction.
Gotcha. And of course, you got your, at this point, signature Cities in the Snap logo, or City Skylines logo down there.
Oh,
you're gonna say it's in the Snap logo like that, just saying. Like, come on, asset creators, let's go! So,
indeed.
I mean, with about half your time gone, about half of it ahead of you, do you feel like you're on pace? Do you feel like you're a little behind? How are we feeling there?
I'm on pace. So it's half an hour for my city, and that's what I managed to do. I don't know how, but I did. I'll have to watch the VOD back to find out.
Right. So, I do like the pacing. I like what you have now. Final thing is, with an hour to go, we've been talking a little bit. We talked with Kitty Claude a few minutes ago, and she mentioned that, yeah, the first hour is super stressful. That next 30 minutes is kind of a lull period, and that's kind of what I would see at this point. And then that last 30 minutes is really kind of a big sprint towards, okay, we gotta get it all done. Is that kind of how you see it too?
I'm currently trying to get as much down as possible before that last half hour, so I can spend some time detailing what I want to detail, which will be the lava flow.
Right. So, do you feel like there's validity to what Kitty Claude mentioned?
Yeah, it's definitely some sort of panic. I'm trying to do the panic a bit before the last half hour myself.
Gotcha. So that's the standard, not you, because you're obviously past the standard. You know what you're doing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
You can say that.
Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of your hair. We've taken up enough of your time. You've got about 55 minutes left, folks. Twitch.tv/EclipseChris. Be sure to check him out, and we'll be checking you out during the final interviews.
Oh, Kaz. Oh, I say.
All right. Peace out, my friend.
Peace out.
And, of course, now we're on to participant number 2, Kiggy. What's up, Kiggy? You're muted and such in Discord, just so you know. Does someone want to tell him that he has Discord turned off and disabled? Oh, come on, Kiggy. Talk to me. We gotta ban people from doing this. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Joey instead. Alright, Joey, what's up? Participant number 3.
How are ya?
Doing pretty well.
Second, then.
Oh, no. Oh, hey, I started a participant. Everyone, that's a bingo. Anyways, so...
I was literally, I was in the zone for once. I was in the zone, and you've come in and...
oh, because so
ear.
You didn't forget that you're in a competition this week?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not
good.
yet.
Now, you got 54 minutes. That's a long time to remember, but I'm trusting that you're going to remember for the next 54 minutes that you're in a competition. Can you at least do that for me?
I'll try.
Pretty
this
please?
Week, I'll try.
Okay, you'll try. Good. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Because I mean, you know, one due to the other. I mean, we just gotta get you to remember these things. Anyway, so already a lot of people have talked about how you have a much smaller city than a lot of other people have at this point of the competition, typically. Yeah. Now, is that maybe because you're focusing more on the aspects of the theme, or is that just because you're trying to play into strengths?
So
what's the situation?
For me, it's all about the theme for me. So the theme is park life, or using the park and the sort of nature reserve. That's what I've aimed for. The cities are secondary. Now, I'm going to build a city, and the city's going to come along. You're going to spend 55 minutes and see it spring to life.
Awesome.
That's what's going to happen.
Well, no, that's great, and I imagine you will, because again, you definitely know what you're doing if you have come this far. If you're in a final, you definitely know a thing or two. But so, as far as your actual idea for the nature reserve, do you want to talk to us a little bit about kind of what your idea is, what you're going for? Because it's really captivated and intrigued a lot of chat.
So here we go. So one of my main strengths, and I love to do, is on console we haven't got all the assets to play with, so we've got to be creative with how we terraform. And I've picked this area because it was away from the city. It already had a backdrop of a few mountains, and it didn't look out of place. Now, I've gone for a 3-step approach or 4 steps really, from a main sort of waterfall area that comes into one pool, into another pool. And these little tranquil pools is what I've gone for. Looking at it bland as it is with no trees around, it doesn't look like much. It looks like little bodies of water. But when you put the trees in there and the other sort of aspects I'm going to put in, it's going to be great. We've got a little... sort of walk through rock area that needs to come alive. These are things I'm going to do next in sort of the next 45 minutes before we finish the end. I want to have about 5 minutes to spare just to chill and go over a few things.
Okay, that's definitely fair, and I think you're definitely on the way to that. Now, something else here. So, just for anyone that missed it, so how does it feel being one of the people that has proven that consoles can participate and can compete and even win out against modded PC players?
It's an awesome feeling. It just shows that we can compete. And I've said this before, and I say it to everyone that talks to me, saying we can compete with PC, and we're not disadvantaged. In some respects, we are with regards to mods, but you know, we just got to be creative, and that's the best thing about City Skylines is just being creative and using your imagination.
Exactly. It's all about your imagination, all about your creativity. I think you absolutely hit the nail on the head. But of course, we're going to leave you go. Also, Gratham has asked me to remind you that you please save before you inevitably accidentally turn your Xbox off.
Absolutely, Sam. I will do, mate. Take care.
All right, peace out.
Kaz, take it easy.
All right, and now back to participant number 2. Hopefully he's not going to embarrass me again. What's up, Kiggy?
Sorry about that, dude.
Oh my goodness, you're just making me look
bad.
bad.
Read messages in chat.
Man,
I've got
everything.
a new mouse. The buttons are configured, and I've obviously knocked one of them, so I can only apologize.
Oh my goodness, it's just, man, I'm gonna have to add like a Discord compatibility column in the rubric now. Oh, it's just gonna be ridiculous. Anyway, so you're about an hour and 9 minutes in. You've got 51 minutes left exactly. So how are things feeling?
Not too bad. Now I'm starting to worry because obviously I've just done a lot of zoning, so that's all going a bit crazy. Everybody moving in, so the performance is dropping a little bit. But hopefully, once that's all done, we should be able to get our lovely nature reserve area built, which is what I'm saving for the second half.
Ooh, so saving for the second half. I mean, hey, that is a strategy, because a lot of people have talked about get your baseline city up, make sure there's room for it to grow, and then you can spend the last half letting your city grow and adding in that nature reserve. And I think that is absolutely a marvelous idea, because otherwise you end up with a city that's microscopic when you need it to be bigger. There are a lot of different ways to interpret it, obviously, but I think that's kind of becoming the dominant way to go about things. Now, something else I'll ask you is, as far as your river and your strategy, a lot of people have been, well, he kind of drew a river in there. Did you use the network rivers tool for that? I didn't catch you doing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is
one of my
symptomatic
favorite
of using that tool, because I mean it ends up being very kind of straight-lined, organic, but most of us, we do that and then we go back and we just have fun with it later, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, do you have any special tricks with your nature reserve that we should be looking for here in the back half?
Any special tricks? That'd be giving it away.
Ooh, so we're going to have to keep an eye out.
If I just show you the area in which I've zoomed in, there's a lot of area. I want it to kind of be where you can have multiple entrance exits, so there's different sections of areas which you can go to.
Very nice. We'll definitely have to look into that. I think I can kind of see what you're going for. We're going to have to see if I'm correct, though. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get out of your hair, because you've got about 49 minutes left to wow us and amaze us with your skills. And, of course, we'll be checking in with you during the end interviews.
Alrighty, I'll see you then.
Alright, and folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Kiggy, respelt because he felt like he wanted to confuse me. And of course, we are on to participant number 4. Hey, that's 2 participants, I'm scared.
Oh my god, I'm so quiet, I'm talking hardly, a little bit my chat, and then there's gas jam in my ears. Sorry.
Oh, come on, are you saying I'm loud? I'm obviously the quietest streamer in this category. I mean, really, I'm the quietest. Like, does anyone talk quieter than me? I don't think so.
Well, I'm awake now, that's for sure, I am awake. Oh.
Okay, you're awake? Good, alright, let's wake up.
Oh man, okay, I'm there. I don't know what happened in Discord earlier.
I don't know either, yeah.
It threw me out for some reason, but I'm back in.
Oh, you were cast out. Well, either way, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you, I guess, a couple things I was trying to ask you earlier. So, how do you feel about your competition this week?
Well, very tough. Very tough. It happened to be that I've met all of them in a final before. So I've met Chris in the first final. I've met Kiki, I believe the final before that. And I also met Joey in a final. The last final.
That is interesting. And what's interesting about that is, yeah, you faced off against Chris first, and he's participant number 1 because he won week 1. Then you faced off and won against a group with Kiki in it, who is... Yes. That was your second one, and he is participant number 2 for winning week 2. And then Joey's Coffee Cup, week 3, number 3, and he was your third victory.
Yes.
So does that mean that this time you have to beat yourself? I didn't even realize that I did that. That is really funny, because obviously it's just built on who wins what week. That is, that's interesting. I didn't realize that.
That's not a coincidence, right? I don't know.
Oh my goodness, that is coincidence in a nutshell. So at this point, that means you have to beat yourself this time? Like...
Yeah, I'm losing this month. That's it. That's the victory.
So you say you're losing. I say you've got to beat yourself. I mean, either way, it's going to be interesting. But so are there any of the participants that you're particularly worried about? So if there were one participant that you could just sit there and say, yeah, that's my real threat, who is that going to be for you?
All of them. All 3 of them. They are amazing builders. I've seen every week this month, and they are amazing builders. It's going to be challenging, I think, for all of us probably. But there's not a specific person that I would say would be my biggest threat. I think all 3 of them are a huge threat to me and could, push me off the throne. Let's just call it like that for a minute. Right.
So now the next thing here is, something else that has happened over the course of this event is I've watched you add more and more sand to a typically very green-themed event. And so I'm finally able to ask you, what's with all the sand? Did I see the pyramids? What was that fort thing? What are you doing?
Let me share the little secret that I'm planning today. I'm not building one nature reserve with one biome. I'm building 4 biomes with 4 nature reserves, or 1 nature reserve that goes through all of the biomes. So at the bottom right, we have a desert. I will be placing down sand more later on. The left side will be a tropical nature reserve part that the people will walk through. The left side will be entirely covered with snow. And the right side will be a rainforest. So that's the nature reserve that I'm building. And this is the center of the earth. So this is the big building where people will be able to view all across the world. That's what I'm building today.
Oh my gosh, that is the coolest idea. I think I have seen someone attempt for a park ever. That's unique. Like, that is definitely unique. Holy heck, you have made me happy.
Challenging for me today because I have 2 hours to build 4 nature reserve parks. I could have just sticked with this, but I want to do 4. So I am ahead of time. I only need to fix my parks right now, cover everything with decals. My PC will hate me for that because I only have 16 gigabytes of RAM and the snow is only decal. So it will be laggy a bit later on, especially with all the trees that I will be covering at the bottom and right and a little bit on the left, because the desert doesn't have a lot of trees except for the snow oasis. So I have some time. I don't have a lot of time and I have to do a lot, but I will get it done.
Well, we'll go ahead and get out of your hair, but really quickly, I want to go ahead and plug again, twitch.tv/Mr. Tommy with an incredible idea for a nature reserve, and we'll see if you're able to pull off that ambitious project in the next 43 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Thanks for having me again this month.
Dude, of course. You're the reigning champion, you earned it, and we will be back with you for the end interviews.
Yes, thanks, man. Good.
Holy heck! Okay, so I have to say, obviously, I'm gonna have to check my biases at the door, but that is an incredible idea. That is an amazing idea. I never would have thought of that. That is such a unique, fun, and splendid idea that I just can't even right now. I mean, that's just amazing. Like, how do you come up with that stuff? That's absolutely amazing. And of course, Pumpkinhead has won the giveaway. So let's go ahead and fire up the next giveaway. Oh my goodness. What do you say? Sorry I wasn't listening. Oh my goodness, King Prox, never listening. But that's okay, folks. I also want to take this moment to plug our socials. Be sure to check out our various social media channels. We've got, of course, Facebook. We have Instagram. We have a Reddit that you can go check out now. We also have, let's see here, Twitter. I think I mentioned that one a lot, but yeah, definitely Twitter. Hop in the Discord. We've got all of that stuff. Be sure to get connected with us, get your ideas heard, join the Discord, join the discussions that we always have after every single Citizen Snap. Right after this is over, I'm always in the Discord. We're hanging out. We're sharing ideas. It's an absolute blast of a time. And I invite you to come on in because that's where we kind of do a lot of, I guess, reflection on the event and future planning. He has a very Moz builder. He is, Blinto. He absolutely is. That's the first giveaway I ever won. Nice. Well done. And of course, we also have an Xbox community now, an Xbox club. So be sure to join that if you are a console player on Xbox in particular and you want to join more of your fellow City Skylines Xbox fans. There we go. Don't lay true, but when does he not pull off magic? It's true. He has a lot to pull off here. He has a lot to pull off. Like, that is... Whew. If he can manage to pull it off, that's going to be amazing. Now, obviously, that's a really ambitious project. And normally, that's the size of project where you need someone to dedicate the whole time to it. He doesn't have a lot of time left. He has 40 minutes left at this point. He has 40 minutes left to pull off this incredible vision he has. Now, I think it's possible he gets it. I think it's entirely possible he gets it. But it's going to be down to the wire for him. Oh my goodness, he's adding camels. Oh, he's adding camels, everyone. He's adding camels. It's absolutely amazing. Ticket for the rigged giveaway. I don't even know what the rigged giveaway is for. Oh, that's right. High-tech content creator pack. Be sure to enter that, folks. Use exclamation mark ticket to grab a snag at that. There we go. FSF. There we go. Be sure to grab that. There we go. In black and red, I did see you come on in here. Today I learned canals can be added to this game. Really, Marinated Beef Cubes? Yeah, canals are absolutely great. They're lovely assets. And speaking of canals and water, folks, not tomorrow, next week, next Saturday at this time, this channel, we will be having the second ever Details in a Snap, where they will be building the best waterfront shopping areas they can in just 2 hours' time. And it's going to be absolutely legendary. I invite you all to come down for that. It'll be so much fun. Details in a Snap is always such a unique and fun time. There we go. And then also, folks, I want to ask you, who do you think is winning right now for Cities in a Snap? Who do you think is winning? I'm not saying whose theme do you like the most, whose anything you like the most. I'm saying, who do you think overall is winning in your eyes? Eclipse. You think Eclipse King procs? Any particular reason? There we go. If he can pull it off, my respect for Mr. Tommy just rose. Yeah, exactly. Details in the Snap waterfront shopping. Come cheer them on and see the amazing builds. Oh, it's going to be absolutely amazing. In fact, we have the bracket for that available, don't we? So let's go ahead and pull up that bracket so we can brag about the amazing people that are going to be in that event. So let's go ahead and pull that up. So it looks like we have 4 participants for next week. Those 4 participants are Usually Working, Harry IQ, Eclipse Chris, and Pirate Turtle. It's going to be an amazing event. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait for it. I can't wait to get them in here. Can't wait to see what they do. They've all been informed. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And then, of course, after that, we get into the October brackets with small towns. We've got week 1 being rural US on October 10th, October 17th with rural EU, and then week 3 on the 24th with rural UK. But on Sunday the 18th, a special one-off event where we will be doing Breast Cancer Research Foundation charity. It'll be absolutely amazing, and it's going to be great. We've already got a lot of stuff firing on the back end for that, and we're hoping that you all will join us for a magnificent time. Absolutely magnificent. Season Snap still too close right now. I think Chris is ahead. Katie's expanding fast, and Tommy, if he can pull it off. Joe is still working on the theme, but feels like he's neglecting other aspects. And I think Grathing perfectly encapsulated my thought process on this, because again, Mr. Tommy, hands down, the coolest idea I have heard on Cities in a Snap, I think. I think is the coolest idea I've heard. However, I think it's going to be the hardest to pull off, and Mr. Tommy does work a little slower than the others, so again, if he can pull it off, great. If not, then that's going to be really tricky. Now, Kiki, on the other hand, expanding really fast. He has a lot of experience in the event, and Kiki is able to pull a theme together really, really quickly. Eclipse Chris has probably the most completed feel right now, and then Joey's Coffee Cup, of course, is doing an incredible job with everything he's doing. I love what he's doing with his different waterways. He's trying to wedge the... It looks like he's trying to get the fishing ships in here. I'm not sure to what end he's trying to do that, but it does look like he's trying to get it into this smaller area over here, which is definitely a little harder to do, but I think it'll be worthwhile in the end. Luca, Japan is in Asia. Japan is in Asia. What is rural Pacific? Japan or Australia? Just the Pacific Islands in general. Eclipse is totally ahead of the game right now. Close behind him, in my opinion, is Joey. Yeah, I think Joey's behind, but again, Keiki is closing fast, and Mr. Tommy, if he can pull it off, is going to get so many theme and unique points. But oh no, I want to know what, not who. I don't know what they are doing, which means my vote is suck because I don't know what I'm supposed to be voting on. Yaktova for the best nature reserves. That's all you got to vote for. Who you think has the best city with a nature reserve possible. And obviously you don't have to decide until the interviews, which aren't going to be for another 40 minutes or so. But they are not building cities. Okay, thanks. Yeah, they are building cities. Because keep in mind, no matter what happens, no matter what theme we pick, we also have cities on top of it. So not only are they building a nature reserve, but the rubric requires that they have some form of city to support it. So whether that's a small city, big city, a thematic city, just a bland city, it's all very dependent on what they want to do. Yaktova, there's Rick. She knows. And Yaktova, you're in here today. What's wrong with that? What happened to your D&D group? Don't you normally have D&D today? There you go. Technically, Russia is included. Technically, Russia is included, though they are considered also to be a European nation. It depends on who you ask. Geographically, very Asian, but culturally, definitely more European. There we go. But yes, no, rural Asia Pacific. Yes, no, what? I would want to do rural Pacific. There's no rural Pacific for this time around, Palps. But next time we do that, I think we'll definitely add that in. If we get enough people interested that want to do another event, I'll find a way to make that happen. But right now, those are the ones I picked, because those are just the ones that seem to have the most interest across the board. But I will definitely get rural Asia Pacific in next time, because, again, I want to kind of spread the love next time we do the small towns thing. Because it looks like a lot of people are hyped about the small towns, so we might bring small towns back a little faster. There we go. Alright, and let's go on down. So we canceled this week, so I've come to hang out. Nice! Yeah, normally I have D&D on Saturdays. Nice. There you go. I think the rural stuff comes down to most of the community is in America, Europe. Exactly. Palpatine turns on Soviet workers and resources and does rural Russia stuff. Exactly. I'll put my hand up for rural Asia Pacific. I know you have, Palps. I still have you written down because you and I have talked about this beforehand. But yeah, we'll definitely get that in. I want to get that going, but again, we need more participants for that because I can't just watch you build a city for 2 hours. There we go. My group has been together almost 8 years now. Nice. That's very nice. Picked rural EU to make it as hard as possible for me in 3 weeks. Yeah, again, I couldn't get everyone in on the weeks that they wanted, is the problem. I couldn't get everyone in, because we had so many people that wanted rural US and rural UK. So it's just like, I can only give so many to so many people, and I just budgeted it based on where I think they'd fit best. Certain people that signed up super early, I gave a little bit more preference to, things like that. There we go, went for UK, only because I know how to only do UK. You got that one because just scheduling, because some people aren't available some of the weeks, etc., etc. And then October 18th, the Breast Cancer Awareness Charity Stream. Come cheer on Kitty Clyde, Little Cats, Soda YPQ, and Dawn Lane. Have some fun and crib to a great cause. Can't wait to see you there. It's going to be absolutely great. I still need to finish submitting the paperwork for that, because I need to tell them what my goal is, so I need to figure that out. Moderators, by the way, if you are a moderator for this channel, we're going to be, we need to have a quick meeting of some sort on Monday or Tuesday evening. Yeah, so we need to start scheduling out that, because I would like to talk with moderators, in particular about the breast cancer awareness thing, but also just to catch up on some stuff. There we go. Alright, I'm free both nights. There we go. I was the best man. I am not normally a man. At one of the weddings, I dragged another to a support group for their addiction. I am helping another go through a transition from male to female. This group is very close. I love it. Dude, a close, tight-knit group like that is what that game is all about, Yaktova. 100%. And I'm glad that you have that kind of a group, because that's really what makes the game what it is. In my opinion, at least. And we did just have a little bit of a skip in the music. I do apologize for that. There we go. The rubric is available. I've never made anything in the UK style. This will be interesting. It definitely will be, and I'm hoping it challenges people, too. I definitely hope it challenges people. We've also got a lot of new names next month. That's something else I'm super hyped about, because, honestly, the more new names, the better, in my opinion. Absolutely, the more new names, the better. There we go. And remember, folks, we are always looking for more participants. You can always participate. And also, thank you to everyone who has been subbing and supporting this channel. It really means a lot. It pushes the event forward and allows it to happen on a weekly basis. But remember, it doesn't happen without your support. You can support with subs, gifts, bits, etc., direct donations. You can help out on Patreon. You can talk to me directly and say, hey, I can't help any of those ways, but I would like to help you, and here are my skill sets. How can I help? We're always looking for help to help push this event to the next level. There we go. And for Polyphony's job, I love it. Well, Polyphony is... Actually, Polyphony doesn't normally do that part. So, yeah. There we go. Avengers of AJ, nope, just pushing for players. Yep, exactly. Don't worry, Gareth, I've beaten him twice. It's true. I'm against you, Luca. Rip me. Yeah, it's true. He has beaten Luca twice. When are we going to see Maestro back in the event, though? That's the real question here. But the other real question, how beautiful is that waterfall? That's an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous waterfall. And I'm so glad that we have it here. You overestimate? Oh my goodness. Gareth, you'll be fine, Gareth, because guess what? It's all a friendly, fun competition. Let's see. Oh, it's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely great. You mean, rip me? Maybe. Possibly after someone mysteriously gets me a new PC. On it, Maestro. There we go. We're going to make sure that Luca funds it. We're going to dip into the Luca Charity Fund, and Luca will be sure to buy it for you. It'll be perfect and beautiful. There we go. Yeah, Maestro Chan, I want a rematch. Exactly. Hey, Cass, I really appreciate that you specifically put handicap spots in the rubric. Yeah, things like that, exactly. Because, and again, that was part of the example because people wanted examples of like, hey, what are you looking for as far as details? Well, yeah, if you have a parking lot, that's one thing. But adding in handicapped parking, even better. Adding in something like, you know, a tree-lined path, that's one thing. Tree-lined path with a garbage bin, a few park benches, and maybe a drink fountain. That would be even better. So it's all about those little extra things that give your city the boost. And that's what that's all about. And I specifically mentioned that because I feel like that's a detail that a lot of people not really ignore, but that they forget about whenever they're laying out. Because you tend to just build a parking lot and leave. And it's interesting to sit there and think about things like adding in park benches, adding in those handicap spots, etc. Because it adds so much to an area for relatively little effort. Right, but I'll see you supposed to get handicap spots. Lol, yeah, exactly. But yeah, and a lot of them do. But Yaktova, I think you were there for the, like, what was it? We had like an hour-and-a-half discussion on the Kaz stream several months back about handicap spots and what the actual ratio is supposed to be. And the ratio is like weird and it fluctuates based on the, because like the ratio overall goes down the more overall spots you have, but if it's more overall spots, but for certain more family-oriented events, it goes up, generally. So it's, like, it's really weird. It, like, the actual graph for it doesn't, like, go like this percentage-wise. It more goes like this percentage-wise, to where, like, the actual percentage can go down, but it can also stay relatively level. So it's really weird, finding out the amount of handicap spots you need. Now, tell what I never do when doing parking spots to do 10 spots per 75 parks and 6 EV spots per 100 parks. So, since we all realized how much we missed Kitty Claude in the giveaway last week, we would like to take this time to remind you that we need your help on the back end of the program. Sign up on our Discord and let us know you're willing to help out. Exactly! And for the moderates, all thanks, Don Lane, indeed, because we have some excellent folks, in fact, to draw for the third and final giveaway here in about 8 minutes. We're going to be pulling in, actually here in about 3 minutes, we'll be pulling in Kitty Claude once again to do the final drawing of today for that last giveaway, and it'll be absolutely great. We'll do the drawing, and it'll be amazing, and she'll let us know who won that giveaway. There we go. And I recently started making custom parking garages, so all these numbers could be useful. Yeah, just look them up. Now, granted, the numbers do change based on the state, region, country, etc. that you're in. But honestly, I would recommend pick the federal U.S. guidelines or the European Union guidelines are also fairly good. But the ones that I feel are, I think, the most realistic are the ones for federal U.S. But again, that could be personal bias. But those are the ones that I use whenever I'm trying to design things like the perfect parking lot for, say, a big sports ball stadium. So just pick one of those guidelines and stick with it. It doesn't really matter which one. There you go. Yes, please. Putting handicap spots really helps us handicap persons. There you go. Feel included. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, Octova International Standard is 4 mobility spots per 100 parks. Right. And then individual countries have their own things within that. But Palpatine is, generally speaking, spot on. But again, it does vary a lot based on, you know, are there concerts there? Is it for sports? Is it academic? Is it a federal building? Is it, you know, a public park? Is it a private park? Is it a private office building? Is it a public office space? There are so many variants. It's absolutely maddening. I used to think it was just a flat ratio, but I was proven wrong. There we go. All right, and then DC, of course, sliding in to get that ticket, but all he ever wins are things that he doesn't need, so will he win this? We don't know. There we go. All right, that does make sense, which is why U.S. parking lots are so huge. Exactly. No, there are a zillion rules. Yeah, there are absolutely a zillion rules. The U.S. guidelines are probably something like, just make the parking lot 10 times the size of the stadium. I mean, yeah, pretty much. We also have family parking spots for me. Family parking spots are becoming a thing in the United States, Maestro. They aren't as common as I would like, but they are becoming a thing. And over here, it does look like Joey is really leaning into his park. Now, he has quadrupled his city size over the last 30 minutes, but I'm still a little nervous about his city size. I think his park is definitely good, but man, I'm really hoping he pulls some magic here in the next 25 minutes. Now, granted, the last 25 minutes defined his city last time. In last week's competition, last 20-25 minutes defined his city. So we have to watch him closely over the next 20 or 25 minutes. Playing parking spots are set 4 per 200 parking spots, but are not compulsory in the code. Exactly. Welcome back, Kitty Claude. I'm back. Oh, Kitty Claude, I was actually hoping to talk with you in about a minute or so to do the last drawing for the giveaway. Are you up for that? There we go. Welcome back, Kitty Claude. In the meantime, there we go. Same here. However, I don't think it's regular by law. Gotcha, and you are up for it. Sweet. So we're going to go ahead and pull her on up here. And again, Kitty Claude is our giveaways warden, so I'm going to let her talk a little bit about that as she also gets ready to draw for the last giveaway. Kitty Claude, want to take it from here?
Oh, sure. Do you want me to talk about the giveaway warden again, or just do the drawing?
Just do the drawing, then you can talk about the giveaway stuff.
Okay, so we are drawing for the high-tech creator pack, and this was from I Am the City's Dork. Okay, and then I will do the drawing, and the winner is just me. You like doing that to me? Yes, again.
Wow, congratulations, just me. How does that even happen?
On air, right?
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. We promise this isn't rigged. That is... Wow. That is...
Yeah.
That is incredible. Well, congrats.
Congratulations. Just me. I will whisper you after I get off the call here.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's obviously rigged. See, what you don't know is that Just Me bribed us right before that. We tweaked some numbers. Me and Kitty Claude split the bribe. It's actually very complicated. No, it's kidding.
No, it's just because I can't say that word. That's why it keeps happening.
Yeah, exactly. Probably. So, out of curiosity, so Kitty Claude, really quick, for those that missed it, do you want to talk a little bit about kind of what you do as the giveaway warden, why you do it, and also a little bit about what you do on the back end?
Sure. So I'm the giveaway warden for Cities in a Snap, and I do it because we do have people who will donate keys to us, Steam keys for the games, so that we can give away during the competition. And we love to do this because it's giving back to the community, because you guys come here like every week to watch, and if you didn't come here to watch, there would be no Cities in a Snap. So it's just a way to foster the community.
Awesome. So you don't just do the giveaways, and you do a lot of other stuff on the back end. So do you want to talk a little bit about what you do on the back end?
Yeah. So I help to recruit people for Cities in a Snap. I provide support for all the other roles. You know, we bounce ideas off of, you know, during our meetings, like every Saturday. After Cities in a Snap, we'll have a Discord call that anybody can come to. You can bounce ideas off, which is a really nice call. Yeah, so it's just a lot of that and a lot of the background support.
Awesome, and I definitely agree. I mean, again, that after season snap call, that's open to everyone. You can always drop things in. And if you ever have something that you want to say to me privately, you can always say, hey, Kaz, or hey, Kitty, anyone else. And you can say, hey, can we talk real quick? I have a really cool idea that I want to just voice to you. You can always hop into a call with me or any of the others, and they'll always funnel it to me. Because, again, feedback is how we improve this event and push it forward, because your feedback and your support is how we're able to do this event and why we are able to do this. Now, and then the other thing, so Kitty Claude, do you want to also talk a little bit about just kind of the various other things that are handled by yourself and a lot of the other moderators? Because I can never remember what you guys all do these days, to be honest. You guys do so much for the event.
Oh, we do. So I know Kaz's wife, she runs Twitter. I Am the City's Dork is working on Facebook. And is he also doing Reddit? I can't remember who's doing Reddit. And
we're kind of starting Reddit with him.
Okay. King Prox does a lot of our graphics work, so if you see our graphics work on Twitter or whatever, chances are King Prox did it. There's also a lot of just the moderating that goes on, and the ideas for the moderating, the ideas for everything that everybody contributes to. Like Don Lane is always up in there with ideas. You know, DC is always working in the background. Kiggy, Laszlo, Pumpkinhead, Cuboid gets in there. And it's just a lot of the community members also, you know, like, are always hanging around.
Exactly. And it's always such a good time coming with those ideas, because, again, the community is how we build this event. It's how we push it forward. And the moderators, they're always there to kind of help me, I guess, bounce ideas further off of, because they get a lot more grilling than you guys do with that stuff, with things like, hey guys, I was thinking between these two things, and they're like, dude, option 2's terrible, why are you even doing it? I'm like, okay, option 2's gone.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had a lot of those moments over the past few months, and I can't thank Kitty Claude you enough. I can't thank everyone else enough. Thank you to DC Shadow Demon, King Prox, Nightmorphus, let's see here, there are others, Dawn Lane, obviously, Kaz Wife, Brainless Society. There are a whole bunch of others. I Am the City's Dork. For all the little bits and bobs that you guys do throughout the week, it really helps. But also, folks, we have an opening. We are looking for someone to help us design some merch. That's right, we're looking for a merch designer / coordinator. So again, if you want to help out with that, be sure to visit the Discord for an application so you can apply to do so, because we would love to start utilizing your skills to create some even better Season Snap merch, even though I think our merch is pretty hype myself, but we do want some other merch. So yeah, hit me up on that, and we can go ahead and get you applied and hopefully get someone in there soon. And now, before we let you go, Kitty Claude, are you also hyped about next month's breast cancer awareness event?
I am, and I'm so nervous. I'm going up against Don Lane and Toadie, and they're such awesome builders. I haven't seen Little Cass's work yet, but I'm just going to assume that she's awesome too. So it should be a very, very, very good event. So, yeah. Well,
I think it'll be absolutely legendary.
She's got to have picked up something, right? So
she's probably picked up a thing or two. At least what not to do. That's at least the hope, but you know what? We can hope. But
so,
yeah, it's going to be absolutely legendary.
Yes, it's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait to find out who these guest speakers are that you have lined up. So
oh, it's going to be great. I've got a few people lined up. It's going to be fun, but I'm going to wait to confirm the order of things before we actually fully confirm things. But yeah, it's going to be really great. I can't wait to get that event started. It's going to be great. And folks, again, that's going to be 3 weeks from tomorrow. That's right. The Breast Cancer Awareness Month is going to be on a Sunday. And we will also have an event that Saturday, obviously, but again, this will be a special Sunday event. And also, Kitty Claude, really quick, because I just remembered, you have challenged the first grudge match for Citizen Snap, haven't you?
Yes, to Cybex.
Right, so we're going to be scheduling that, folks, and we need your input on what day of the week you think grudge matches should be on. Should they be on any of the days Monday through Thursday, and it would be probably during the evening. It's going to be roughly 1 hour build-off between her and Cybex. When do you think it should be? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday? It'll be this week or next week at some points. And yeah, just let us know in the Discord, and we will try to take your input. And of course, that will be streamed right here as a bonus event. And if you want to challenge someone to a grudge match, you can do so, and then message me the details of what you want to do. And Kitty Claude... Yes.
Yeah, and I told Cybex, since I challenged him, he can pick the theme, and I have not heard back yet. So
ooh, I haven't heard from him either. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. But in the meantime, Kitty Claude, I'm going to let you go because we've got about 18 minutes left, and I want you to enjoy as much of the event as possible.
Oh, okay. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. And folks, again, that was Kitty Claude, the giveaway warden for Cities in a Snap. Absolute legend. Helps us out a lot. Well, hashtag girl power. And once again, people are on Twitch streamer. That doesn't matter to us. Just have the ability to broadcast to Twitch and have a mic. No camera required. Some of us wish Cybex would lose his camera and mic. The CASF will always assist you with any technical guidance for moderators. Type register today to sign up. Exactly. It's not required to move handicap spots closest to the doors here. An example is my local store where the parking lot is on a slope. The handicap ramp is actually horizontal, and the handicap spots are at the end of the ramp. That is probably a unique scenario there, Maestro. There we go, Yaktova. Yeah, that also can be reason not enough awareness from people like me, and not enough respect due to law, which I said before. Because 75% parking for handicap, but no one cares to use it. Exactly. Let's make Monday less sad and miserable. Let's make Monday less sad and miserable. Maybe. That would actually be a fun day for it. Definitely a good one. There we go, because we gotta love those Monday streams. Gotta love Monday, because what a good way to start the week. I mean, honestly, is there a better way? I don't know if there is. There we go. And of course, that would be a special 1 hour grudge match. If you want to challenge someone to a grudge match, be sure to challenge them to the grudge match publicly. Be sure to tag Cities in Snap in the challenge, and should the challenge be accepted, we will line it up. We will try to organize it, and it'll be absolutely great. Again, grudge matches are 1 hour long, and the challenger can challenge, and then the challenged, the person who is challenged by the first person, is able to pick the theme that is used. We feel that is only fair. There we go. And scrolling on down, please don't dawn. There we go. The epic tiebreaker. I know, right? Hey, on Monday, I'm not at home. Oh, no! I would consider participating in that. Right, Palps? There we go. Right. Next idea. Parking at a snap. That'd actually be kind of funny. Hashtag glove slap. Exactly. Just me, for sure. Most disabled humans don't talk about it as openly as I do. Yeah, Tovan, that is possibly a problem, but again, I think part of it is also just, unfortunately, a stigma that happens from a lot of people in greater society, which it shouldn't be happening, but there are still stigmas that some people assign to people with different abilities and disabilities. So again, it's an unfortunate side effect of the society that we currently live in. Hopefully, knock on wood, we can get to a point where that's not a thing in the future, but until then, We're here to support you. We're here to help you get away from all that nastiness of the outside world, because the outside world is just terrifying. There we go. I publicly challenged Cal's wife, JJ. She would have to accept, Proc. She would absolutely have to accept. There we go. I had someone ask me, contagious. I was like, what? A contagious heart condition. Though, to be fair, that is not the most unreasonable thing I've ever heard. All right, but right now, with 15 minutes to go, can we get some hype in chat? Let the participants know they've got about 15 and a half minutes left. 15 and a half minutes from this point. And, of course, we've got Eclipse Chris desperately trying to get more and more done. And then we've got Kiggy. Again, Kiggy still feels a little lost to me. I feel like Kiggy is close to identifying his thing, but aside from the Asian tilt that I feel he's given it, the Oriental themes, I'm not really seeing the vision for it yet. Now, if he's going to try and make it into something like a prayer monastery or something, I think that'd be really cool, but I don't know yet. Grudge match. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh my goodness, hype. Indeed. Cal's wife, you don't have to be good to compete. Just look at Cybex. It's true. Alright, and then, oh my goodness, rip Cybex. And then, of course, participant number 3, Joey's Coffee Cup. Joey's Coffee Cup is doing an amazing job of detailing this. Again, initially, I was thinking that he was going for a valley-type build, but really it looks like this is more like hot springs-type stuff going up the mountain. So I'm very curious what he is going to be up to here. And again, utilizing a great vanilla feature using the water outflow pipes. And I think those are absolutely legendary. He needs to get some power over there, however. And that will be a little tricky to do without causing a lot of disruption to the environment. So it's all about creating the proper things, and he's doing the way that I would, which is getting a bunch of the little earthquake detection units from the Disasters DLC, and using those as effectively wireless beacons going across the map. I do that all the time. It's a great way to do it. It's much smaller, a lot less intrusive, and it can definitely do the trick. Transit and a snap, obviously. You can help with who wins. Remember to always vote for your favorite city and not your favorite streamer. Call Cybex. Exactly. Luckily, no one asked me if my conditions are contagious. At least yet, Yaktova. Exactly. Transit and a snap. When they asked if it was contagious, do you think they meant hereditary? That's normally not the same as contagious. At least not here in the United States. But folks, we've got about 13 and a half minutes left, folks. We've got 13 and a half minutes left in nature reserves and a snap. And our champion, Mr. Tommy, with about 2.5 of his biomes done. He's got a lot of work to do. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get it done, folks. We need to watch him closely, though, because if he does manage to get it done, then, oh my goodness, the theme came together. He's going to have so many points in the area, but if he doesn't get it together, that's going to be really damaging, because an incomplete project is huge on the rubric. Absolutely huge. Flooding in a snap. We already did that a few months ago, Palps. There you go. I know it's not the same, but somewhere it's a mistake. Fair enough. For a lot of people, that might be true, my show. Hey up, Pete's. What's up, Metal Shine Media? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Cities in a Snap. Snap, snap. That's right. We've got an echo chamber. I wish we did. That'd actually be really cool. Imagine if I had a little echo button that just caused the echo, go, anytime I clicked it. That would be absolutely legendary. But for now, we are still watching this, and I'm really liking Eclipse Chris's build here. I like the fact that he added in the burnt out terrain around it. I think that's a great addition. And I think the lava outflow is probably one of the more unique concepts that we've seen, or at least one of the more unique items that we've seen in Season Snap. Now, as far as unique overall theme, I think Mr. Tommy is winning that unique category right now. I think he's absolutely nailing it. Ending up with Cowboy sitting next to you, holding a tin can. Exactly. I mean, hey, I did end up with her holding a tin can next to me, and that's how I have this one. Alright, timekeepers, we've got about 12 minutes left. 12 minutes on the clock! That's right, 12 minutes. And again, I do apologize that the polyphony countdown is not working, so we're having to get people to actually do the timings. Now, keep in mind, there's about a 5 to 10 second delay between whenever I say something and you hear it. So whenever it comes to 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and type 10 minutes in chat whenever I see 10 minutes, and then you need to factor that into what you're seeing on the screen so that you know when to tell your participant, hey, time's up, so that they end correctly. So yes, brought to you by Coke and Aluminum Can. Exactly. How's it feel being on camera for the competition this week? Adventures of AJ doesn't feel any different to me. This is pretty much the exact same that I always am. I am always like this. You can always check me out on my streams. I'm always like this. I don't mind being on camera at this point. It's just second nature. In fact, I have found myself looking at the camera a lot, even before I turned on the camera for this event. So I actually don't mind at all. And plus, I have a couple of fancy new scenes for it, such as this guy right here. Check it out. Fancy new scene alert. There we go. We haven't quite tweaked this scene. We're probably going to make this scene a little bit better. But for now, we're going to stick on quadrants, because I feel like quadrants is the better way to go, at least for now. But yeah, that is another alternate scene that we are working on. It's something that we displayed a little bit at the beginning. We'll play with it again at the end and see if it rolls well for us. So fancy, that's right, we're being fancy around here. And folks, your support helps us make the event better, bring it to the next professional level, and of course, make it more enjoyable for you. Because that really is the goal here. We want to make it as enjoyable as possible. So fancy, what's up there? Stampy Pants, always great. Always, always great. Stampy Pants, favorite charity stream. Disasters in Snap, the wonderful charity stream where you can cause the havoc and chaos in the participant cities. Remember to tune in. Oh, it's going to be so great. I can't wait for that. The polyphony side for that has actually been getting improved. We've been sending lots of improvements for that, and actually part of that is the Twitch CPR that I've been working on. I'm very proud of that. That CPR function, ooh. And folks, remember, and this is a quick plug for that, if you are a streamer and you have a lot of games that you have custom channel point rewards for, be sure to hit me up sometime and ask about the channel point redemptions profiles that I figured out. So yeah, be sure to do that, and it'll be absolutely legendary because you now no longer have to sit there and manually toggle between everything. You're welcome. There we go. I will hit you up. Can't wait for disasters either. Tommy is hitting us with snow now. He is hitting us with snow. And again, that's going to be the last of his biomes. And I'm curious again if he'll actually be able to finish in time. Because right now, I have to say, I'm a little worried. And by a little worried, I mean I'm excessively worried. Because he's not going to be able to get the level of detail in that he was able to on other parts of the map. Now, if he's able to do so, great, but I just don't know, especially with this tree lag that he's getting. Now, part of that is he probably cranked the strength of the tree brush on way too much. What he probably needs to do is keep it on max strength, reduce the amount of trees needed, so reduce the strength by about, I'd say 75%, and then do the removal process, and it'll just slowly create lighter patches in the forest. And I think that's a great thing to do. Again, if he thinks about it, great, but chat, you can't tell him I said that, because that would be cheating. Can't wait for disasters either. It'll be absolutely great. We still need to fix the death counter for disasters. I'm trying to work on that, Maestro. Trying to work on that, but I'm trying to teach myself the game API to do it, and it's been a mess. And plus, I've been doing the polyphony stuff. It's been maddening. Absolutely maddening. But you know what? It's okay. I don't mind doing it. It's absolutely a blast, and I love doing it. Absolutely love doing it. Yeah, pretty laggy. Yeah, he is suffering lag. He needs to reduce his tree count really, really badly. And or just change the trees he's using. Because I have a strong feeling that the trees he's using are the problem. Because if you use low poly trees, you can get a bunch of trees in and not have any effect. Granted, he does only have 16 gigs of RAM, but I think he should be able to handle it if we were to use something like the Pdelmo low poly trees. Or the Mr. Mason low poly trees are also quite good. The lindens, I'm not so big on the lindens. I like the linden street trees though, Maestro. I definitely love the linden street trees. I'm sure he said the snow makes it lag. The snow does make it lag. He is right about that. I know the details. I know the the decals he's using for that. They absolutely make it laggy. I think it'll be worth it, but I think he needs to sacrifice some trees in order to make it work. Because this is going to be entirely reliant on him having a really convincing biome map. And if he doesn't have a good showcase of his city, he could lose that. Because keep in mind, a good or bad in-city tour could make or break you in this competition. It absolutely could. Leafy trees are great. The leafy trees really are great. Those are absolutely great ones. There's so many great trees in this game. Hence why we have a tree emote, folks. Remember, if you're a Cities in the Snap subscriber or you've been gifted one, you can always use the brilliant Cities in the Snap emotes. We're trying to work on some more in the back end. There you go. Chris is doing some beautiful things. He's adding some lighting. He's adding some smoke effects, working with particle effects. That's something not a lot of people actually utilize. And I would actually like to see more and more people use them because it's these little moments that really just sell a city. Because at this point, you believe that this is truly active flowing lava. Now, what I would love to see is that asset he used last time. I'd like someone to make a lower res, fewer poly version of that, and then make that recolorable so you could use that to have a couple of active lava flows. That would be really cool. And I'm talking, of course, about his waterfall effect that he had. That would be really great. Now, obviously, he can't do that because that doesn't exist yet, but that would be a great thing to add in the future for someone. Let's see Grathamy versus Adventure of AJ challenge. Hey, one of them has to challenge the other. One of them has to challenge the other. There we go. I want channel points to make tree with nice glasses. IDK, why I shouted this. 1.5 minutes on each of the other 3 biomes, and at the end just say, oh, and there's snow. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's got to get something over there, otherwise he's going to lose so many points, not just on the rubric, but in the chat vote as well, because the chat vote is so critical in a week like this where you've got so many very talented participants. Now, keep in mind, folks, with 5 minutes left, a lot can still change. But, folks, this is what I look forward to every week. We're down to the last 5 minutes of cities in a snap. Can we get some hype rolling in chat? Get that hype rolling. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. Oh, this is going to be absolutely great. They're going to be coming down to a wire on this one. Because Kiggy, I am really worried about at this point. Let's talk about Kiggy. I feel like, again, we've seen a little bit of his Oriental Monastery build that he's got going on, but I'm not 1,000% convinced that it's integrated yet. Now, again, we've been distracted by Mr. Tommy's build, Chris's build, and even Joey, so it's possible that we missed moments of this, but again, I'm still not convinced it's fully connected, but he's got about 5 minutes to change my mind on that. Gratham, all good, I hope you are too. I will happily admit that Gratham is a City Skylines wizard sometimes. At least we wait, UNCIS. I mean, last week I was calling myself exactly. There you go, and very well you did too. It's true. I think it may come down to how well the interviews go, to be honest. And again, a good interview can make or break it, because if 2 people are tied, one people does a full city showcase, the other person doesn't even get a third of the way through their stuff. We got to go on what we see, and sometimes what we see isn't all of it. I was actually talking with participant Cybex last week, and he had mentioned, yeah, you know, I didn't get through enough of my city. I thought I had more time, and it's just like, not really. And because, again, he was given 5 minutes just like the rest, and we weren't even to his themed area by the time his 5 minutes were up, just due to game lag and things like that. And that's another thing that people don't realize. If you have too many mods, too many assets, and you go in to do a quick little tour like that, you could potentially ruin yourself. You absolutely could potentially ruin yourself and make it to where you can't actually do a proper interview, and you don't want that. As my camera locked, so I couldn't show it off properly. Yeah, your camera did lock, but again, we were still able to get the majority of what you saw. But again, that does show you that, again, technical issues can arise, and we do what we can to counteract them, but sometimes, obviously, there's not a lot we can do. But of course, folks, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Get the hype rolling in chat. Go let everyone know that you're rooting for them. Go to Kiggy, go to Chris, go to Coffee Cup, go to Tommy. Let them all know that you're rooting for them, you're cheering them on, and that they can do this. They can build a nature reserve in a snap. And they have 3 minutes to finish that, folks. Get the hype rolling in chat. Will there be a new champ, or will Mr. Tommy be dethroned? I couldn't have said it any better myself, Black and Red. I struggled with that. My files built too much. It was tough to show it off. I know, Toady, because again, you hear 5 minutes, it's like, yeah, I can see what I'm doing in 5 minutes, but you get a little distracted by chat, you get distracted by a certain feature, it starts to really cut into it. And then the other thing is, if you take the whole 5 minutes even, and you time it really well for that, it doesn't leave any room for elaboration for either myself or the chat if there are any questions. So again, there are a lot of advantages and disadvantages to doing that. A lot of advantages and disadvantages, and you just kind of gotta play to your strengths. If you know that your strength is, hey, I can do a really good interview, take the full 5 minutes to do so, great, legendary, do it. But if you feel like, hey, my interview might be a little weak, cut it short, wait for some elaboration. There's always something you can do, and it's all about that strategy. But speaking of, folks, we've got 2 minutes left, so there's not much time for strategy. Now is the time for panic, chaos, destruction, and of course, last-minute tweaks and additions to your cities. Dang, Joey's is looking pretty good right now. Again, Joey always pulls this together in the last 20 minutes or so, and I think that's just because he tries to lay a good foundation, and then he tries to add all the trimmings on top, and I think that's an excellent way to go about this competition. And we're starting to see that whole mindset morph. And I love that we're seeing that morph, because in the past we used to see people just doing things side by side, but these days we have people starting up a city, then focusing on their theme, then building up the city a little more, continue to focus on their theme, and then they spend the last 30 minutes detailing, tweaking, doing the final little bits and bobs for their city. And it's so great to see that evolution. It's time for Pancast, Destruction, and Pizza. Yeah, Joey is really pretty natural looking nature reserve. It does look pretty natural, but again, it's not just about the most natural nature reserve. It's also about your city size, your population, beautification, detailing, uniqueness. There are so many things. And look at Mr. Tommy's there. 50 seconds, folks! 50 seconds! Can we get some hype in chat? Get the hype rolling. Get the hype rolling in chat. 45 seconds. Here we go, folks. This is it. This is what we're all here for. How about... Oh, no. See you, pals. Have a beautiful day. And, of course, folks, we've got 30 seconds on the clock, folks. 30 seconds, folks. Not much time is left. Get it rolling in chat. Let everyone know that they don't have much time left. Here it is, folks. What we look forward to every week. 20 seconds left. Can it get any more hype than this? It does not get any more hype than this. They've got 15 seconds to finish their cities. And now they've got 10 seconds, folks. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All building must stop. We are done. It is good. It is golden. It is gone. That is cities in a snap, folks. The build phase is now over. Whew. That was a journey. But you know what, folks? That is okay. We are going to be moving into the judging portion. And of course, we've got a few brief messages before that. We are going to be running a couple of ads to appease the Twitch overlords. Please stick around for that. It helps support the channel, and it helps show that we are not trying to subvert Twitch in any way. We'll be right back in 2 to 3 minutes. Remember, if you're subbed, you won't see any ads, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. The judging happens right after these messages. Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjem, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man-hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in the Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinthesnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We're in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. All right, hi there. So we're getting ready to get started with the rubrics and with the interviews and whatnot, I want to remind you all that we want you to vote for your favorite cities, not your favorite streamers. Also, the moderators are going to be keeping me in check. The moderators have access to a Google Sheets document that I'm going to be using to keep track of my scores. They have viewing privileges over there, so they can make sure that's kind of the vetting process now, so that they can kind of see, hey, yeah, nothing is happening, nothing's changing, and trust me, they'll be honest, they'll let you guys know if there's any funny business. Of course, we'll be visiting each of them. They will have 5 minutes each to make their case, give us a tour, and all that for their cities. And of course, we're going to be going in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, and at the end, we will open a 3-minute poll where you can make your voices heard, and then we'll, of course, add the chat vote and the chat weigh-in into the rubric once the voting is over. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and visit our first participant. Eclipse Chris, what's up, my friend?
Saving. I forgot to save.
Oh, you're saving. Forgot to save. Well, we're getting ready to get your countdown started for your interviews. So, what's you know the drill, though. Yeah, horrible timing on your end, but we do have to kind of push it forward. But what I will say is, obviously, people want to know your traffic percentage. Probably they want to know your mass transit usage, if applicable. And obviously, just give us the tour, show us any relevant numbers, and yeah, best of luck.
Saving's done. Fantastic. Let's go. I was like, crap,
Perfect
this is
timing.
gonna take ages. Right, so let's get rid of the numbers first. Let's get out the door. Currently 72% traffic. Where is the traffic? All in the whatever that was. 72% traffic. We've got park itself is currently only 2. It works a lot better in practice, but we've got 15 weekly visitors. Level 2. Yeah, is what it is. Right. So my theme I wanted to go for was full on sort of nature. So I thought, why not make a tree of life out of a city, which is what I did here.
Right.
So we've got nice sort of motorway connections, highway connections, however you want to say it. We've got the root of the tree, stem, got the trunk, as you would say, and you can obviously see it's got those all the branches and stuff, which is quite cool. And
Indeed.
Trying to keep all the higher rises within the centerpiece, and getting lower as it goes out, because it gets less and less as you go out of the city. As you do with a tree, it gets less and less of a tree.
Right.
Cool. So that's why I went with that. And I wanted to go the opposite of creating a volcano, which is the destroyer, as well as granting life, though, as it will do. So I wanted to really sort of try and get a good lava flow going with this, which turned out really cool using the graphics of the. I changed sand texture to this lava texture.
Very
Added
beautiful.
in all the sort of smoking bits, all the dead trees. Some are still green. I don't know why. They're super trees. The old dead trees, they've all been sort of burnt to a crisp and stuff. So the national park is a volcanic national park, a nature reserve. Over here is the main entrance to it. We've got intercity bus terminal plus a normal bus terminal to bring in the citizens over, as well as a train connection. Just a simple sort of connection over. They burn their trash within a lava pool at the entrance.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, thematic, of course. We have hot air balloon rides. A hot air balloon is there. It is over in the top there. Ignore the duck. That was just a bit of a gimmick. Main camping area for coming to get yourself situated before hiking off into the wilderness. To either go or you're hunting. There's some hunting lodges around somewhere. I could probably find some on the way. Caravanning, got your kayaking and such. Of course, you need to have places to go to the toilet on. Got some couple of areas around here to do that. Nice, open, spacious, not so tree heavy. And we've got a couple of trails. One around the right side, we've got a couple of hunting lodges. Got some animals running around for hunting. Don't know why they're so close to the hunting lodge. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not too smart on their part.
Not smart. So coming over a thick, lush forest, because volcanic ash, and that is very nutritious to the trees. You've got little under past here from old lava outcrops, and we've also got a tunnel here which kind of worked. I think I mistakenly didn't copy a portion. So we've got a tunnel here underneath, which brings over to a pond for Ernie. Ernie the duck is back again. We've got a nice little waterfall and a lookout point to view the lovely scenery, so we can get a decent view. So lots of nature. You can't see the city from this angle, which is was a good thing. So we've got a nice river using the invisible terraforming networks, which work quite well. Hot air balloon guys, how are you doing? Let's have a what's my time?
Oh, you've got about 45 seconds.
Cool. So we've got a nice little balloon ride, sitting in the background, get toward the lava falls. Let's have a night shot, because this is when it really glows. I wanted to really get in that lighting for the lava.
Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Lovely city in the background. Do love that old night views. And I wonder if you can see the moon. Where's the moon? It's Jupiter.
That is actually really interesting. Okay, if Jupiter's ever that close to us, we need to be very concerned. But I do like the visuals.
Yeah, it makes the planet very volcanic, basically. Nice sort of lava mound where it's sort of starting to come back up, because there's a pyroclastic sort of explosion this volcano had and just exploded outwards, which is why you got the big open alcove. So Mount St. Helens, basically.
Right. So overall, a great city. The volcano idea was absolutely brilliant. You got a decent sized population, decent size.
Oh yeah, population, yeah, 23,000.
Yeah, I have it marked down as 22 from whenever you started, but
yeah.
So I mean, same thing, same rough area. It gives you the same score
Same
in the end.
side.
But overall, an incredible idea. I love the lava fields. I think that's great. I think that's a very unique concept, because obviously most nature reserves are there for a reason. It's not just, oh, there's this empty plot of land, have a nature reserve. You have something like, oh, it's a cool volcano, there's some cool hot springs, this is the last buffalo herd in the area, you know, whatever it might be. You've got that reason why the national park is there, and then that nature reserve is just beautifully on point in that way. And that reason we love
cable cars as well.
Yeah,
I forgot to mention the cable cars. There's those.
Well, they're not factored into the vote, unfortunately, because time ran out. But either way,
that's fine. Yeah.
Great job. I love you. Always perform well. I'm glad we got to see Ernie the duck return, and
his mother.
And his mother, that's right. We finally got to see Ernie's mother. Well, hopefully Ernie is able to snag a championship victory this time around. Let's see. All right. Good luck, my friend.
I named my city Mr. Tommy Going Down.
Oh, okay, there you go. And folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/EclipseChris.
Thanks, Kaz. Cheers, guys.
Anytime. And now we're on to Kiggy, not 85.
Hello, hello.
What's up, Kiggy, not 85?
Not a lot. Just taking a lovely tram ride up the mountain here to the main attraction of the actual nature reserve area.
Well, of course, you know the trick. You've got about 5 minutes. We need to also see your population, transit usage, how much is your park used, things like that. So be sure to go on and get started, and you've got the floor. 5 minutes.
So, you know the areas where you get the temples which have got the big cats where you can go and actually pet them, and they're quite tame and so on, with the Buddhist monks and so on. That was the kind of idea behind what I was building today. So as you get to the top of the hill, which we're getting up to now, actually no, we're quite a way away. I thought that would be a bit quicker. You go all the way through the mountains with the cars, and then you come over the bridge to the nice walled off area with the temple at the top here. Now in the back area, so in the fenced off area, you've got some of the big cats there and the statues to show that obviously they worship those lovely animals. And then you've just got a nice sort of walking area around here up the top. There is pedestrian cars that can go through. There are some other wild animals around in here, and if you really want to, you've got the couple of piers, and there are some real life fish in here. I don't think we're going to be able to see them.
Probably not.
But that's the main part at the top of the hill, which is where obviously our wonderful River Down starts. We also have the secondary area. So if we head over here, it should go in daytime in a second. They have the second sort of palace area, which was up on top of this smaller hill. So it's got a lot of the old buildings still there where you can just go and have a nice walk around, take some lovely photo shots, and really getting close to the culture that was once here many moons ago. So obviously the big city in the background there looks nothing like the sort of style of buildings that they had back in this time. And then they've got the big gate there. So nature-wise, that's the sort of park itself, the nature reserve, the two areas, nice walking paths around. On to the other things. So population, we're up at 45,000. Traffic is 79. That's a massive improvement on last one we built. The nature reserve area itself, it's 2-star currently. It has had 21 visitors this week, but in total it's at 1,431, and that is climbing slowly but surely.
Right.
There we go. So the city itself, it's hugging the mountainside. So we've got some nice sort of up on the hills house in here. Try to sort of make sure, and they've stuck with the terrain as you would do in some places. Tram rides all the way around, so they're interconnected. You can get to each zone itself. A nice amphitheatre on the side there for your concerts and shows. Public transport, I didn't actually show that. We currently have 656 per week on the trams, 3 tourists per week. I'm just trying to think if there is anything else that you guys might have wanted to see or know. I mean, the main bulk of the city is built up on the far side there by the river. Nuclear power, so it's all clean energy again, with some of the wind turbines installed up there to power that up in the mountains separately. That is our main... Oh, there we are, that's the city. So I got a bit thrown off earlier with my preparation, so...
Honestly, very well done.
A bit janked.
Anything else that you'd like to show us? You got about a minute left.
About a minute left. Well, the city itself, it's surrounded by the highway network, which is always handy. They've got multiple exits on the roundabouts here, and at the top there, so they can get to and from nice and easy. The road which leads up through the mountains, it splits off. Let me just turn daytime on. Let's pause that and get that on. So the trams take a different route to the actual road itself. It splits off up here at the bridge, and they've got a nice drive past the river up through the mountains, which is going to be a phenomenal little drive to relax you as you get up there ready to meet some of the big cats. And then that comes through on the other side where you've got the entrance to the other nature reserve. The only downside, I suppose, is that there's the horrible smog there.
All right, so and then really quick for chat, we have a couple people asking in chat, what was your traffic percentage again?
79.
Right, I was pretty sure that's what it was. I just wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth for chat again.
That's all good.
All right, so yeah, great job. I love the idea of having just kind of the temple up in the mountains. I was commenting on it's unique. I don't think we have had an Oriental theme in the past. I think this is the second time we've had anyone lean into Oriental assets. In fact, I think the last one was Harry IQ.
Harry IQ.
Yeah, you went up against him, didn't you?
Yeah, it was me, Harry IQ, Luca, and...
That's what it was. So yeah, it's great. I mean, so you carried that forward, obviously, because those assets work really well here. I don't think we've seen that in the championships, at least. I love the theme of, hey, they're coming up there to kind of go with the big cats, and these people, you know, they hold them to some high esteem. I think it's a great twist to it. And I also really love the scenic outlooks that you have. And yeah, you definitely do dip into the whole, hey, we have this nature reserve here to kind of showcase what was once here. So maybe it's like a UNESCO natural heritage site. I think that'd be great.
Yeah,
I think it really fits the bill. It's very unique in that aspect and very well done. And folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Kiggy.
Thank you all.
And of course, now we're on to participant number 3. What's up, Joey?
How are ya? Yeah, I'm good. I'm always good. I'm very chilled, actually. Very chilled. Too chilled, in fact.
Uh-oh. Well, you didn't forget that you're in a
Too chilled.
competition, did you?
No, we I was kept being reminded, you got a competition to do, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, so no. But I'm just super chilled, compared to my first time when I was against console players. I was super hyped. I was like, oh my, I must do this, I must do that. Now I'm just chilled. I'm now finding it more fun than I ever have before. So that's the bonus of this competition.
Hey, it gets more comfortable over time, but you don't want to become complacent, and I know you won't, because you know the drill now. You've got about 5 minutes on the clock. You'll have to tell us all about your city, all about the theme, showcase your city, sell it to us, and of course, chat's nosy. They won't know things like your population, your traffic percentage, and your ridership numbers.
Absolutely, it's no problem.
And then, of course, anything relating to the parks as well. And your timer's on. The floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the city of Redwood. So it's a small, tranquil sort of city. It's nothing big, it's nothing major, but it's a small city. So we start with the city. It looks like any other city with some quirky little corners. The main part that we're going to look at today is my nature reserve. Nature reserve here is built on different levels. If we come to look at it, we start with our sort of reservoir at the top, which is an old volcano that's sort of filled up with water. And it sort of splays down the side of the mountain into sort of a small little tranquil pools. One goes into the other pool, goes into another pool, and finally we come out into our little lake that goes round and heads off into the distance into a sort of man-made lake, and it sort of feeds back into the ground and up into our old volcano. Right. So we come into the main, sort of the entrance to the park. We come round to our left-hand side. We've got a little camping area, which is sort of sparse. We've got some big trees in there, but it's places that people love to come and camp. So we look from here. We head up our hills, up our mountainside. When we get to the top, we come back round and we get up to our viewing platforms. They give us a lovely view of the distance mountains. That's Mount St. Helen over there. I think I just pulled that one out. That's a real mountain, isn't it? But yeah, so we're looking at. I was trying to come up with a name, then it's the first one popped to my head. But that's the big mountain in the distance. It gives us a nice sort of view over here. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in any further than that. That's one of the joys of being on Constantine. We come round to our sort of rock world, as we're going to call it. We dip down into here, and we've got our sort of rock big rocks in, small rocks, sort of dug into the ground. It gives the people a nice place to sort of meander through and come through. And look, for the fishermen amongst you, I know there's a few out there that always tell me, they're fishermen, put in some fishing areas. We've got our 2 fishing platforms here into our little sort of quiet, small area that sort of seems to, it's come up. Yeah, look at it. And we've even got some floating canoes and kayaks that are actually on the lake, which is something different if you didn't realise you could do on console. But right. Out here, too, it's up. It's nice and good.
You're still paused, by the way. You know you can unpause, right?
Yeah, there we go. I didn't want it to go too dark too quick because we're on the
okay, fair enough.
So that's the point. If I was halfway through and it went black, then we couldn't see anything. But hopefully we're there. Also, we've got a little bit of movement. These are sort of daily fishing vessels that go out, and our fishermen hook over the side and hook for their fish, and it's all come in and go out back out. So that's just a way we can bring a little bit of life into our city. Over the top, if we come into this angle, we have unfortunately I can't get a moving. What's one of these things called? Hot air balloon. There we go, hot air balloon. So I've had to stick one in there. It looks like it's just sailing off into the distance, but it is a ride that people can use. Right. Let's have a look at some of our stats. How many people got in our park? Let's guess that COVID has hit our park as well. We've got 21 visitors and 20,046. No, that's my attendance, isn't it? 1,460 people have entered my park in the time. So it's a small park. It's up and coming, and people enjoy being in there. Here we go. Now we're into night mode. And the town looks decent at night. It looks quite good. What is our? Let's look at our stats. More stats, the better, right? So I cannot see what our percentage is on because my overlay's in the way. So I think it's about 90% of our right, 92%. So we are looking good, but then we are a small city, so I don't build anything big. And on console, it's hard to build big very, very fast.
Right.
Let's look at our transport routes. So we have quite a few transport routes going in and around. They're used by about 200, maybe 300 people use our transport weekly. So it's a big sort of interconnection thing. The bigger we are, the more buses we're going to have. But it's a main staple for getting around. I think there's something good. But the main thing is just to showcase what can be achieved on console is a bit of terraforming, using your imagination, creating pools, and we go from there. And obviously we have Harry the hamster from last week has made an appearance.
He's just becoming a regular on Season Snap. Like, we're not tuning in for you, we're just tuning in for Harry at this point.
I know, I call him Harry the hamster, but he is actually a squirrel, but to me he's a hamster.
To be fair, he looks like a hamster until you turn around, so...
I don't, there we go. But, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Joey. Thank you very much for coming over and having a nose and having a look and see what I can do.
Brilliant job, as always, and I love seeing your build, and again, and I know I say this, and it's not just because you're on console, I love your building in general, but the fact that you do this on console is just phenomenal to me, and again, you beat out 3 well-versed modded PC players to get here, and you're proving to be good competition yet again, and again, folks, this is the evidence. You don't have a true disadvantage. I would say there's maybe a minor disadvantage, maybe, but I would say that quickly goes away the second you actually start digging in and seeing what you can really do. So I think it's more of a perceived disadvantage, if anything, because things like this, it just makes me angry that I can't bid like this.
I think the disadvantage potentially could be within the assets and maybe the mods to build a city that's bigger. But over time, you can achieve the same things. It's just making use of the space, making something that looks appealing to the eye. But it can be done, and it's been shown before with Radworld, that it can be done in vanilla, this recent one, it can be done in vanilla and can beat out people that use assets as well. So it's a win-win all round for everyone, I think.
Exactly. And folks, again, for your consideration, twitch.tv/joeys_coffee_cup. And best of luck.
Kaz, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Take care.
Anytime. And now we're, of course, on to our reigning champion, Mr. Tommy. Oh boy, it's that time.
Oh, you made me wait again 20 minutes.
I know. You've got 5 minutes, though, on the clock. You can show us everything you want. We want to see things like your population, your traffic percentage, etc. And, of course, just let us know the story of your city.
Yeah, okay, my population is 20,876. My traffic is 87. That's been worse. 87, I'm quite satisfied with that. Let's see, my public transport, maybe. We have some people using the tram and the trains. We have some cable cars that are being used, and we do have a hot air balloon for the nature reserves. Let's check out our park numbers. Let's see if I can click on it. And my park numbers are, it's not that high level because I kind of paused too much, so I'm almost at level 3. We're making a profit, so that's always nice. And with 58 visitors this week, but I have paused the game. So my story about the city that I built and the way I did the nature reserves is, this is meant to be the center of the earth, the place where the earth and the beautiful nature that we have on our earth starts. And around the center of this little mountain we have some roads that I try to make look like fossils. Some of the oldest things that we can find in nature, in the around the world. And around those fossils I've built leaves, or I've built roads which resemble leaves to show that even though those fossils can grow out into more nature, and when those leaves grow out, you have all kinds of beautiful things that you have around the world. So I try to go for 4 different kind of natures, almost so to call it, or biomes maybe. Maybe looks a little bit like a Pokemon world or something like that. And I try to make a park which gives all the people that enter the opportunity to visit 4 parts of the world that that we have where we live. So let's start quickly with our desert. So at our desert we have 2 small oases. I don't know the English more, or what's oasis more. 2 oases, I guess. We have a little Kashba, mostly found in Morocco. Morocco is a country with desert, but also with green. But Kashba is mostly found around desert areas with oasis. And of course, we could not build a desert with 3 pyramids around, where you can actually take a camel ride to visit the pyramids. And you can, of course, get your tent to watch the beautiful nature and oasis at the Kashba. That when people keep walking, because yeah, you have to walk a lot in our town, but when you keep walking, you come to the rainforest area. And in our rainforest, we have all kind of watchtowers. We have some places for people to relax. As you can see, a little hut. And if we look closely, we do have some monkeys and chimpanzees running around our rainforest. And I did not build more into this part of the nature reserve because I want to keep it untouched. Rainforest is one of the most untouched parts of our world, and I wanted to keep it more green than build roads and build too much in there. Then when we keep walking, we have our snow area, and unfortunately I hit my max decal numbers, which made me not... Yeah, which made me not place more snow than I have right now. But let's just call it the earth heating up right now, which unfortunately is true. And some snow is melting, but we still have some beautiful snow in our world with some forest. And we do also have a watchtower over here. And you can maybe see some small mooses looking for food through the thick snow. Then on the left side, we have our tropical part of our world. And I have little huts where people can sit and enjoy. They can enter the watchtower to watch the beautiful nature and even see some flamingos running around the sand beaches. Inside, oh, there's a lag. Inside our city, we have a hot air or 2 hot air balloons so that people can go across all the beautiful parts of the world that we have, and people can check out the top of the center of our village so that they can look around the snow, the tropical part. They can look to the desert, and to the left we can see the rainforest to enjoy everything that you have without having to walk around and not wanting to take the hot air balloon. Let me quickly show you night time, because of course we also have lights during night. There we go. So this is our city during nighttime, and I did download some torches, but they are not lighting up, I think, for some reason. Or no, the torches are not lighting up. That's unfortunate. You can see them when I'm at a distance a little bit, but they are not lighting up too much. Let's see. So this is kind of the map from above, and now you can maybe even see the leaves a little bit better around the city. And
we are unfortunately out of time, Mr. Tommy. Yeah, that's the end of your 5 minutes. Honestly, brilliant job. This is easily the most unique build we have seen on Cities in Snap. By most, if not all measures, the most unique build. And I think that shows. I think you did a great job, and you really leaned into it, and you really leaned hard into it, and I think it's definitely one of the coolest things that we've seen. Hopefully it's enough to carry you through on the rubrics and whatnot, but of course we will see. And folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Mr. Tommy, the current reigning champion of Cities in a Snap. And of course, good luck in the polls, my friend.
Thanks, Gasson. Thanks for having me again.
Anytime. And folks, with that, we have a decision to make. We are going to get a chat vote up and rolling. You have 3 minutes to make your voices heard. That's right, you've got 3 minutes for that. So now, question. CIS chat vote. Now, of course, participant number 1 being Eclipse Chris with, I would say, an incredibly cool just volcano idea. I don't think we've had a volcano-centered idea. We've had volcanoes in a city, but I don't think we've centered things around a volcano, at least not in recent times. Participant number 2, Kiggy with his beautiful kind of large cat sanctuary with kind of the, I guess, Oriental monk monastery type feel. It's a very, very cool thing. And then, of course, we've got Joey's Coffee Cup with an amazing, absolutely great little natural nature reserve area built all on console nonetheless. And, of course, our reigning champion, Mr. Tommy, with probably one of the most unique ideas that I have seen on this event. But, folks, it is now time for you to make your voices heard. That's right. Go make your voices heard. Make sure to vote for your favorite city, not your favorite streamer. We have a lot of hilariously good builds here, a lot of great things, and obviously streamers that are near and dear to all of us. But of course, it's up to you to vote for the best city and help us get this decided, because my rubric is just one part of the equation. You are the other part of the equation. You help decide who wins cities in a snap. And, of course, Mrs. CK, thank you so much for that resub, 7 months, really means a lot. And Adam Seth, thank you so much for joining the Cities in a Snap community. And I'm going to go ahead and look at my rubric, and we're going to see what we can get done here. And let's also take a look at the chat vote. And it is looking pretty gnarly and close. It's looking pretty gnarly, not gonna lie. Ooh, votes are close tonight. Yeah, it's pretty close. The votes are close. Not sure it's your favorite this time. I mean, maybe. There are so many strong builds. I don't think any of them are a wrong answer. I absolutely refuse to believe that there is a wrong answer here. Because there just isn't. There's no wrong answer here. It's just so fabulous what these folks are able to do in this amount of time. I cannot overstate that. I really cannot overstate that. Vote overlay. Oh, that's right. You guys need a vote overlay, don't you? I apologize about that. Be sure to use /vote1, /vote2, /vote3, or /vote4. There we go. And this is going to be a close one. It's going to be absolutely close, so make sure you get your voices heard, folks. Make your voices heard, and I am looking at my rubric, making sure that everything compares with my notes. It looks like I've entered a couple of columns wrong, so let me go ahead and get that done. Oh my goodness. There we go. It changes the outcome a little bit on my end, but it's definitely going to come down to chat in the end, I think. I definitely think it comes down to chat for this one. There we go. Adjust this to more accurately represent my notes. And that's why I take notes while I'm doing this, by the way, folks, because otherwise I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally give someone points that they didn't need, and it's just, I would always feel bad for that. I absolutely would. Let's see, that's more of this. There we go. And then, of course, that's all correct. That's all correct. That is incorrect. Let's go ahead and solve that. There we go. And that should take care of that. Alright, now the rubric matches my notes. Earth, holy moly, October, saying unable to vote and poll. Oh no! Try doing /vote1, /vote2, /vote3, or /vote4. Alright, so it looks like the chat vote is in. Let's go ahead and get the chat vote rolling here. So that's for here, and then second over here. Third right here. And then fourth right here. Let me go ahead and tabulate these results. Just one moment. Oh, this is going to be a close one. There's their score. There's their score. There's their score. And here's their score. All right. So, and Civic with the sub. Welcome back in. All right. So right now, we have another tie by the time I include chat vote into the rubric. So we're going to do a quick little lightning tiebreaker event between the two people that are tied using the rubric plus chat vote. So I'm going to pull them both into a room, and we are going to see if we can chat with them. Okay, so we have two people, Eclipse Chris and Kiggy, that are tied right now by the time you include chat vote and the rubric. So we're going to do a quick tiebreaker. Who has the most total visitors to your park? You must showcase on screen who has the most total visitors to your main park.
With the game
1836.
Okay, let me zoom in on you, Chris, really quick. Make sure you're paused real quick. All right,
yeah,
so total visitors, 1836. And Kiggy, what are you at?
1967.
1967. So with that, it looks like, Kiggy, you have done it.
Finally!
Oh my goodness.
God.
Oh my goodness. That ended up
Gee,
being very
that's
close.
tight.
That was incredibly tight, because again...
Oh my word.
It's so tight. You guys have no idea. The chat vote was all over the place. We've got this. Oh, this was...
Are you saying Nicolas Cage didn't win it for me?
Dude, I didn't even see that until just now, by the way, because I'm sitting there rolling through numbers. But obviously, Chris, Kiggy, I'm going to let you go. Congratulations to you both. And of course, Chris, an incredibly close second.
I need to speak to you about that Nicolas Cage thing.
Of course. And Kiggy, congratulations on finally winning your first ever monthly final for Cities in a Snap. Knocking out Mr. Tommy. He was almost the longest reigning Cities in Snap champion. He came so close, and it came down to a tiebreaker nonetheless, which is something that's happening more and more. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm very happy that you're able to do that. It didn't look great at first, but you know what? You managed to pull it through by the skin of your teeth, and man, your park having just a little bit more visitors was certainly something that helped pass it over. So congratulations will leave you to your adoring fans.
Thank you, Kaz. Thank you all. Don't forget to give everybody a follow and check them all out. All fantastic guys. Build fantastic stuff.
Definitely.
So in chat, go show the love around.
Definitely. All right, and folks, of course, that is Cities in a Snap this week. It has been absolutely legendary. It came down to the wire again. You guys have managed to tie things once more, but you know what? We found a quick tiebreaker. That was incredibly close overall. You guys did incredible. Thank you all so much for coming out. All 4 of the builds are amazing. Thank you to everyone who came by. Thank you to all the people who just watched. Thank you to those that follow. Thank you to those who subscribe and support this channel, support this event happening on a weekly basis. Thank you, of course, to the moderators on the back end that help make it happen. And, of course, be sure to visit us on our various social media platforms available down below. And I also want you to go to each one of these 4 streamers and let them know that they did incredible. All 4 of them did amazing. All 4 of them deserved to win, but there can, of course, only be one winner in the end. And, of course, that means that Kiggy will go on to the finals next month, and the other 3 are, of course, invited to participate next month. And, obviously, be sure to subscribe or drop a patron on Patreon if you feel like doing so to help support this event. Be sure to support us on YouTube. Be sure to hop into Discord if you'd like, and follow us on Twitter for more updates. And we're going to go ahead and raid the champion. We are going to raid the champion. He has finally done it after months and months and months. But you know what? That's okay. We're going to raid him. We're going to have a great time. And I want you all just to spam him, congratulate him. And of course, until next time, this is KazGen signing out. See ya!